됐어요. This story is a work of fiction.
Let's stop there. We'll take a 10-minute break. Akane, can I have a word?
Of course. It's been 4 months since the new B. Komachi's first live show, but we continue to work hard. Since then, we've held a number of small concerts, periodically we upload videos online, and we're gaining fans little by little. As for my brother, he keeps taking on acting work despite saying he doesn't want to be an actor. And to be honest, I never really know what he's thinking. Oh right, he's got a girlfriend now. She's really cute. They started dating because of a TV show, and now they're going to act together in a play that my friend is also in. He claims they're only a couple for publicity reasons, though. He's absolute trash, an enemy of all girls. That's how I feel. Well, I'll keep giving my all as an idol, until I'm one day standing on a stage at a dome. Something you never got to do. Mama, I'll make you proud.
Tokyo Blade is a popular manga with over 50 million copies in circulation. It's an orthodox battle manga featuring various groups all over Japan. They fight one another as their friendship and affection for each other deepen. Arima is a member of the protagonist Shinjuku faction, and the Shibuya faction, which Akane and I belong to, stands in their way. The play unfolds mainly based on the Shibuya conflict arc, in which these two groups clash. It looks like I only act with Arima on the last part.
Are you disappointed you don't have many scenes with Kana?
Just the opposite. When it comes to acting, she sometimes gets so overzealous, it's scary. Performing at different times means there's less opportunity for her to nag me, which is good.
I see. Still, isn't it fun, talking about acting? I mean, I could go on about it forever.
You must be joking. Only people who are passionate about acting would be on board with that.
You don't have passion for it?
Nope. Those who appear on stage fundamentally love acting, and they're all serious about performing. I'm different. Acting is just a means to get closer to the truth about I. Director of theater company La La Lai, Toshiro Kindaichi. He may have had some kind of influence on I. This is my chance to get closer to him. Looks like our break will be...
Let's go.
It seems a single man has united the long lawless Shinjuku under a common banner. If I recall, his name was Blade.
Oh, very intriguing. I'll go and see what kind of man he really is.
Keep your composure. Please don't go starting fights without thinking first.
May I accompany him?
There aren't any poor actors this time.
My oath sword is Iwadachi. Oath sword.
It's a given that Kana, with her extensive career, and everyone at La 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 can act. With Melt, I had my doubts when I saw his performance in Sweet Today, but he's really risen to the challenge. I hear this is Aqua's first play, but he's perceptive and leaves no room for error.
When Kaburagi sends people out, he makes...
Present young prodigies of their generations is exciting. An immersive type who throws herself into her role, and an adaptive one who skillfully responds to others' acting. Even their performance styles contrast. By the look of things, I'd say Akane is a step ahead. I worry that Arima will get outshined.
I don't know about that.
This sword is far too powerful for a mere country samurai.
After all, we have Himekawa.
Arima, right? You don't need to hold back.
So you want to fight?
Well, it doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to talk.
Certainly. That's easy to grasp. No grumbling if you end up dead.
Right back at ya!
Is that all you got? You
pretty strong, aren't you?
Back off!
Hey, Kana. Wanna grab some dinner?
Yeah, sounds good. I've got a lot of stuff I want to talk to you about anyway. You're coming with us, Mel?
Huh?
Ana Arima. Until recently, she prioritized supporting others and wasn't the sort to do such assertive acting. She wasn't the type who could pull off that egotistical look-at-me kind of performance. Confidence? Resolve? Did she strike on something while being an idol?
La 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 has been a bit stagnant lately. We took on a 2.5D play and brought in an outside cast because I believe some kind of stimulus is necessary. Every last one of these kids hates losing. Having seen that performance, there's no way their minds aren't churning. They're frantically thinking about how they can compete with that. Well, if they're truly actors anyway.
About 1 month for rehearsals. It's 6 or 7 hours a day, starting around noon and ending at night. Many of the actors have busy lives, so it's rare for everyone to be present. In particular, the lead actors often can't make rehearsals due to other jobs, so rehearsal substitutes, that is stand-ins, are commonly hired. Nevertheless, theater people love plays, so many of them will join in if only for a couple of hours.
Good morning. Kana, have a minute?
What is it?
This word, how do you say it?
Sakimori.
Right, got it.
Huh? I assumed the word was bojin. You're so smart, Kana.
Reading that is nothing special. Why are there so many theater people who can't read kanji? Have you not considered reading more books?
I'm no good with all the tiny print and books. I only watch videos.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Rehearsals, little groups have formed.
I'll bring a few books I
The leading cast group,
Okay, got it.
the La 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 group, the bit part group, and then there's my boyfriend, who's all on his own. Maybe he's just not good at making new friends. After all, that gloomy aura he's got is really something. I can kind of identify with that. Are you watching Kana?
Yeah.
Really? You know, I'm your...
Kana tends to bring her acting in line with those around her.
Huh?
Hammed up acting and a diva attitude caused her to lose jobs in the past. So this could be a strategy to help her survive in the interminces were lackluster as well. But now, she's on stage alongside La La La's star actor Taiki Himekawa. If she starts matching his level... Akane, you want to outshine her, right? Keep this up and you'll lose. Big time.
Jerk! That was so rude!
If you're gonna get mad, just tell me off. Don't make faces like a kid.
You're not in a position to worry about others. At this rate, you'll also
I
be...
was never interested in winning from the start. I can't outshine anyone with real talent.
The Shinjuku Company. The whole lot. Slaughter every last one of them!
Akane, I need you to put a bit more intensity into your performance. Match the emotion.
Tense acting. Like this? The Shinjuku Company. Together we will slaughter every last one of them!
Okay, let's go with that. Next scene, Shinjuku. Kana, you're up.
Okay.
So that's the performance he wants?
So which way's Shibuya again?
You've never been?
Don't be ridiculous. I've been plenty of times. Don't look at me like that.
I'm not sure I buy that. You've got a bit of an accent sometimes.
Huh? I speak with an accent? Since when?
You've never realized it? You've had one ever since I met you.
With this current play, I got off to a rough start. The reason for that lies in the script. My character, Princess Saya, doesn't have a big part, even in the source material. Though she's introduced as Toki's love interest. The pairing of him and Saya's appearances as Toki's partner began to fade. She's what people call a failed love interest. She's an ill-fated character whose bride-to-be status was done away with in the manga's latest chapter. Oh, I get it. Guys are interested in girls like Tsurugi who are expressive and full of life.
That's right. Even in the manga, things are moving her way.
If I keep being meek, that kind of girl's gonna take everything from me. The fact Princess Saya doesn't appear much means there's limited material for character analysis. I need to put in the missing pieces with my imagination and fill out the character. However, my interpretation of her is very different from the one in the play script. Actually, she's way different in the source material. She's been turned into a total stereotype. The princess... But to reduce the play's runtime, she's been made overly eager for battle. She's now a massacre-loving maniac. Even if some changes can't be helped when adapting a manga into a play, the scriptwriter's gone too far in using her for his own ends. Poor Princess Saya. You're already ill-fated in the manga, and now the play treats you like this. I like you, though. Even so, there's nothing I can do. The manga authors signed off on this. My role is to play the part.
Hey there, I finally made it.
Hey, Goa, how you doing?
My schedule's in shambles due to another script of mine. I got told to turn in revisions by morning, and it was quite the ordeal.
Visiting, so maybe he's around to say hello to her.
Hey, do you have any issues regarding the script? It's a little different than the manga, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'd say it follows the manga to a relatively high degree. It's 100 times better than that script for the TV drama I was in.
Well, Sweet Today was pretty awful.
If something's bugging you about it, why not ask him directly?
I can't do that. Acting direction is to be received from the director. If a lot of people give the actors different directions, they'll end up confused, won't they? Plus, King Daichi doesn't approve of us finding fault with fellow actors or their performances.
Can you make it to a Smash Heaven show? I think I can get you a good seat.
Sure.
Excuse me. Akane and I were talking, and she has a few questions about the script. If you ask both at once, you'll get the rationale, right?
Well, I suppose that's true.
What is it?
Let's hear it, Akane.
Okay, it's about Princess Saya's character. How should I put it? It's just that I can't quite understand her from the script as it's written. Like her intentions, or...
Yeah, she's quite belligerent compared to the manga.
Right, exactly! She's more conflicted in the source material.
Well, yeah, I struggled with that particular issue. Though it is possible to adapt her inner conflict for theater, it would eat up too much runtime. For a feeling expressed in one panel of the manga, a relatively long performance on stage is needed to convey it to audience members sitting in the back. There are already a lot of characters, and when fitting their intertwined motives into a multi-point of view play of our own would end up feeling disjointed, and the play would be hard for viewers to grasp. If everything unfolded just like the source material, there would be no need for scriptwriters. We firmly decide on the parts to highlight, and we pick and choose the essential elements. I'm a fan of the manga myself. It's not like I wanted to change things, but I sometimes think of the bad guy role as being part of my job. With that said, it's you that's performing on stage, so if there's a part that's bothering you, I still have time to revise it.
Oh, don't coddle her. I've also read the first several volumes of the manga myself, including Princess Saya's sentiments would just create noise. By making her a lively character, the structure of conflict becomes simpler, and we're able to depict the parts we want to in an easier-to-understand way. As a writer, his judgment here is not wrong, which is why I went with it. In this production, your role is not to express the depth of your in an easy-to-grasp way.
Well, there you go. Are you satisfied?
Yeah. Easy to grasp, huh?
Okay, great work, everyone. We have a special guest with us today.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
This is Akiko, the creator of Tokyo Blade. And I'm Yoriko, here to offer her support. Hi, Yoriko! I haven't seen you in forever! Hi! First time since that Sweet Today rap party. Hello, Aqua. I'm so glad to see you again as well.
It's an honor.
Hello, long time no see.
Oh, it's you.
I mean, I get it, but that's one frosty reception.
Well, you did make a real mess of things on Sweet Today. To the original creator, you must be something like a mortal enemy.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Come on, the least you can do is say hi back to her.
Making eye contact with attractive guys and girls flusters me.
I get it, but still.
Please make yourselves at home as you watch.
Thank you so much.
So, what do you think? Impressed?
Everyone is incredible. I think we can put on a good play.
Well, top-of-the-line performers!
And I would bet that everyone is practicing a ton for this.
And theater, instead of referring to it as practicing, it's better to use the term rehearsing.
Oh, is that so? Sorry. I'm clueless about all this. They're amazing. I sure couldn't do it. Have to say it. Regarding the script, is it too late to ask you to revise it?
So, what do you think? Impressed?
Everyone is incredible. I think we can put on a good play.
Well, yeah! La La La's full of top-of-the-line performers!
And I would bet that everyone is practicing a ton for this.
And theater, instead of referring to it as practicing, it's better to use the term rehearsing.
Oh, is that so? Sorry. I'm clueless about all this. They're amazing. I sure couldn't do it. And that's all the more reason that you know. I simply have to say it. Regarding the script, is it too late to ask you to revise it?
Of course not! But what part exactly?
My impression of La La Lai was that they're hardliners, so I can't believe they took on a 2.5D play.
That said, half the cast aren't even company members, so there's no need to be nervous.
I never said I was nervous about it. Melt.
Hey. I heard producer Kaburagi had a hand in the casting of actors for the play. I guess that makes us the Kaburagi group. I'm happy to work with you again. Well, I mean, I understand. I'm sure you're thinking, with this guy who can't act worth a damn, it'll be the Sweet Today nightmare all over again.
Busted.
That was my first time acting. And I won't tell you to cut me some slack. But it's been 9 months since then. And I've also been studying up. I should be better than last time at least. So tell me straight up if I'm no good. Hello, my name is Melt Narushima, represented by Sonic Stage. I'll be playing Kizami. I look forward to working with you.
Good morning. My name is Kana Arima with Strawberry Productions. I'm playing Tsurugi.
I'm also with Strawberry Productions, Aqua Hoshino. I will be playing the role of Toki.
Wow, you guys are all early. Rehearsal. I'm Raida Sumiaki. I'm the producer in charge of the whole project. And this guy here is our incredible director.
Toshiro Kindaichi.
The scriptwriter, Goa. Sakuya, who has a wealth of 2.5D play experience.
Nice to meet you.
He's in the Kaburagi group too.
And now, the La La Lai performers. Norio Mita, Koyuki Yoshidomi, Mei Arashino, Kido Harashibara, Ryoma Funato, Akane Kurokawa.
I look forward to working with you.
Last but not least, our protagonist.
Wake up, you idiot!
Sorry about that. I'm the play's lead portraying... What's my character's name? Oh, whatever.
Let's all work together as a team to turn the Tokyo Blade stage play into a massive success!
Let's work together!
Today was for introductions, but it seems we've got basically all the key figures here. Let's go ahead and do a script reading. We'll start at 1/2 Do what you need to get settled. We'll begin shortly.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Aqua, it's been a while.
Well, you say that, but we've met a couple times to keep up appearances.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm happy that we get to do another job together. After all, on Love Now, I cost you nothing but trouble. Theater happens to be my main line of work, so this time around, I'll be the one to help you out.
You're awfully confident.
No, I didn't mean it like that. This isn't a confidence thing. I still have a lot to learn. It's just that we've got a lot of scenes with you.
I appreciate it. I'll let you know if anything comes up.
The two of them are dating, aren't they? I heard they got together on some reality show.
Well, apparently that's how it went down on the series. But from what I can tell, it's purely business. Besides, fans would riot if they parted ways so soon after kissing. I admit they do seem pretty close.
Anyway, the characters they play in this show are engaged. Wasn't it a deliberate casting choice? It's a good fit, right?
I strongly dislike the linking of actors' real lives and onstage personas. It's distracting and unprofessional. I mean, basically, the production resonates more broadly if the info the audience has is uniform across the board. And yet, the promoter's fondness for those small additions of dubious significance hasn't changed for 2 centuries. That was because I was the leader of the cast. I didn't want to be responsible for ruining the mood on set. Now, you're seeing the real Kana.
I wish you wouldn't have been as considerate to me back then. If you would have torn into me at the very beginning, I would have realized how bad I was sooner and not embarrassed myself. Anyway, that's an excuse. Forget I said that. The two of us have a lot of scenes together. I'll show you what I can do.
Kanpai! Hey, thank you for making time in your busy schedule to meet me.
My work is serialized monthly. I'm usually free as long as the deadline isn't close. It's fine.
Still, I appreciate you coming to see me.
Oh, please, don't be silly. You might have been my assistant back then, but you're a full-fledged, successful author now. As a matter of fact, you have long manga and anime personally invited me out drinking. Of course I'd show up. Anyway, you wanted to talk?
I was thinking, you have experience with anime and TV drama adaptations, right? Well, this is a first for me, so I'm pretty clueless. There's a lot I would like to say, but I'm not sure how far I can speak my mind. The Tokyo Blade stage play has been moving forward, but it's a bit, you know... Do you think you would be willing to come along? To watch a rehearsal with me?
I don't think there's anything I could help you out with, but sure, I'll be there.
Thanks a lot. I feel a lot better now.
Check, please.
Sorry, you...
On to the next spot.
Is it okay if I brush my teeth first? I begin to feel gross if I don't brush as soon as I'm done eating.
Oh, I remember now.
I'll be right back.
Even in the collection of weirdos that's the manga industry, Abiko is one of the odder characters. You can draw manga on your own if needed, but adaptations to other mediums involve many people, which requires communication skills. Yes, sometimes the creative teams can completely change the intended vision. But I've heard of many cases where the original creator unduly inserts themselves, throwing the entire production into chaos. So a certain degree of give and take is needed. And on that point, Abiko is... I guess I'll use the restroom too. Huh? Hey, what are you doing?
I'm double brushing. If you think about it, you can brush at twice the speed if you use 2 toothbrushes. I hate the idea that I'm making you wait, so I'm going to double speed.
Yep, she's a weirdo. I hope there's no disputes over the Tokyo Blade play.
That's right. Fix the entire script.
I knew it!
All of it? That's a tough ask. We already got your approval for the script and started on rehearsals. We'll be open to the public in 20 days!
I've already said to revise it a number of times now. But I was told once you see a rehearsal, you'll understand that this is a good script. So I said if that's true, I guess you have my okay. However...
Excuse me. First off, allow me to apologize for submitting a script that wasn't in line with your wishes. Of course, even at this stage, I intend to fix whatever I can. But that being said, there was lots of back and forth beforehand. And I did my very best to consider your intentions. At this point, how do you propose I revise it?
I see, so you're the one who wrote this garbage? I believe I already pointed out the parts I wanted fixed, but it seems you failed to grasp it. How should you revise it? Are you actually even reading through Tokyo Blade?
Of course I'm reading it! Of course! Moreover, creating a script that draws out the manga's charm
is... your script even after reading it? The absurd mess you wrote is full of things the characters wouldn't say, as well as things they'd never do. It's okay to change the characters? My babies aren't the idiots you've written them to be!
Well, the nature of stage plays is such that there needs to be... No, If you point out the parts to fix, I'll handle it.
Like I said, all of it. No matter how many times I requested, it doesn't get fixed. I thought I was simply being made light of, but it seems the scriptwriter genuinely doesn't grasp the material. I mean, if this is what he came up with after reading the original, then this guy's creative ability is absolutely... Abiko, go with me!
Just come over here. Let's take this conversation somewhere.
So are we back to square one then?
I guess that does it for today. I'm out.
When it comes to media scriptwriter. As for the workflow for producing a script, the first draft is based on a briefing with the producer and the director. Next, rewrites take place for drafts 2 and 3, and then when it's near completion, it will be checked by the original creator. I suspect that Abiko was dissatisfied with the script that was passed on to her. Undoubtedly, she was more or less fuming when she wrote instructions for revisions and sent them off. But there were a lot of intermediaries between the original creator and the scriptwriter. So the revisions basically become a game of telephone. Abiko is the type who relies on her emotions rather than logic. So it's possible even her editor couldn't grasp her intentions.
This part's a highlight, but it's not moving, and it hasn't been revised. They've turned into a gross group of attention seekers who glibly chatter about their feelings. Fix this
Hard to organize everything she's saying and put it down in writing.
I can't pass these angry-sounding comments to the client as is. I've got to tone this down somehow.
Are you kidding me? The author's team doesn't know the first thing about plays. These revisions would call for a new set, which is impossible. We need to stay on schedule. Also, we can't cut the protagonist's time on stage. Pass that on to Goa for me.
Sure.
It seems the original creator would like you to express the emotions in a more evocative way.
Okay, I guess I'll add something here then. I personally think it would be more moving with fewer lines, though. But if that's what the author wants, so be it.
No, it's even more disgusting! The scriptwriter must be a hack!
Look, the actors will be starting rehearsals soon, so for now, the production side would like to go with this script. They say that once you actually... What do you say?
You think it will really be better when I see the actual play? Well, I guess it's okay then.
There aren't any creators who would intentionally seek to make the work they're in charge of worse. Discord arises even when both parties are giving their best. Mediators are unable to convey that dispute well. Somewhere in the world, there's an original creator and scriptwriter fighting even as I speak. Because anger isn't something that's suddenly boiled up. It's likely a sense of protest born of not seeing her intentions reflected in the slightest.
Frankly, I think this scriptwriter simply isn't fit to work on my material. Look, this revision here, her wisdom's vanished, and she just looks like some idiot. He's got no feel for it. His revisions miss the mark, and he doesn't understand entertainment.
No-go for you too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will do it. Otherwise, I'll rescind my permission for the play.
But if you do that, there will be all kinds of...
It'll be tens of millions for breach of contract. That's fine, I'll pay it.
You just can't go and pay with your own money. Ultimately, it's the company that has to pay.
Then pay up.
It seems this is what Abiko wants, so would it be possible to go forward with this new plan?
But the playwright, what exactly am I supposed to tell him?
I don't require payment. Continue to pay him, and you can leave his credit exactly as it is. But I don't want him involved anymore.
She's quite childish, isn't she?
Well, there are many manga artists who are very particular and like a certain amount of...
Hey, she's having her way of things. She'll have you dropped from the project.
Well, what can I do? The position of a screenwriter is far lower than anyone even realizes. We can easily be replaced if one of the higher-ups calls for it. This kind of thing, it happens all the time. You can try your best to create something good, but if it differs even slightly from the original creator's taste, they'll detest you for it. If it turns out boring, fans will publicly shame you like a criminal. But if it's entertaining, the original work gets credit. The producer's preferences get injected, and large agencies pressure you to increase their actors' appearances. Even so, you still need to create a work that's able to stand on its own. Rewriting. It's a hellish creative endeavor. It's just... Could you do me the favor of removing my name from the credits, please? The idea of presenting a script someone else rewrote as though it's my own? I have to have a sense of pride after all.
Well, we've already announced the staff to the general public. Plus, there's the cost of reprinting the posters and pamphlets. I have to say, I don't think the direction you took with the script was wrong at all. In fact, I strongly believe that this is another job well done. Could you find it in yourself to consider this a mishap and accept this unfortunate situation?
Of course I can. My credit can stand. Treat me to dinner sometime, though.
My deepest apologies. Please eat all you want of whatever you want.
Since the first chapter came out, I adjusted the schedules of my other jobs to take this one on. I poured my soul into writing this script so that it would be a good play. No matter how late at night revision requests came in, I worked on them right away. I handled absurd demands, racking my brain to the point of becoming ill. I hardly allowed myself sleep, pushing myself right up to my deadline. I tried to do my best, and yet...
This guy's creative ability is absolutely...
Damn it all.
Everyone, we're back at square one with the script. When negotiations with the author are on hold.
Wow, this has turned into such a big mess.
Well, unfortunately, we can't just go ahead without the author's approval of the script.
Suspending rehearsals is hard to take in. This is an intricate stage-around play. I would have liked a longer rehearsal schedule.
What are you talking about? What's a stage-around play?
Huh? You've been rehearsing without knowing that?
Can you even envision what the play will look like?
Theater stages are all pretty much the same, aren't they? What did I say?
Jeez, Aqua. You don't like theater much, do you?
I'm glad you noticed.
You've made it obvious enough.
It's not that I don't like it. I just don't care to watch it.
Why's that?
The pacing's slow because they switch sets whenever the scene changes, and the movable sets look cheap. And I'm not really into the exaggerated acting that's synonymous with theater. I'd rather spend the same amount of time watching video content with effective directing.
It's a fair assessment. That's one of the long-discussed challenges for theater, for sure. Customers are drifting away, and some have said that theater culture is in final decline. But that way of thinking is a little bit outdated. And as an actor, that perception won't do it all. So, I guess you've never seen a stage-around play, huh?
What's your point?
We finally have some free time, so how about a date?
Sound! We're in Playboy! And we've been asked a few times to appear on U Station's Idol Show. I finally fit in with everyone else! I can consider myself a proper entertainer like you two.
Goodness, you're still worried about that?
Yeah, of course I am. I feel left out when everyone talks about their showbiz jobs, and it's hard for me to join the conversation. On a personal level, I feel awkward talking to people in the same line of work.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Seriously?
If you bring up work because you want to complain about something, other entertainers think you're bragging and you're too big for your britches.
It's true. Like yesterday, this actor Doyama DM'd me inviting me to dinner. It was so annoying.
Now that's bragging.
Busted. Oh, Frill, your stories are on another level.
So you going?
I don't know. I've heard from multiple people he's a player, so I'm cautious.
Oh, now that you mention it, no.
I've been busy.
The Island! You need to find us some more jobs!
I want to work so much that I'm able to complain about it to other entertainers!
Ruby, I really don't understand what you mean by that. Then should we see if Piegon might want to do a collab?
That's fine and all, but what I want to do is another concert and events!
You won't be able to do any more concerts until Kana's play is over. And it's looking like that might be quite a while.
What? Huh?
Hey, Kana! Rehearsal's over already?
They have been put on hold. The original creator and the staff started fighting. Rehearsals could be suspended for several more weeks.
Seriously?
Wait, where's my brother? Oh, that guy.
This place is packed.
I'm glad we were able to get tickets. This play's been really popular.
Oh, this.
Just wait, you'll see soon.
Is that wind? 40x? No, it's not that. Is this for real?
did you think?
To be perfectly honest with you, it was a lot more entertaining than I thought it would be.
I know, right?
I was surprised the curtains were but what shocked me the most were the seats rotating 360 degrees. Which means it's possible to prep several stages in advance, enabling quick and seamless scene changes.
Yeah, they used a physical approach to solve the structural limitations of theater.
I liked more than just the venue, though. The play itself was excellent. The direction was full of ideas that someone from the film world wouldn't conceive of. And that moved me, so I got into the performers acting as well. The story was well executed, too. Frankly, it was first-rate. Brilliant, in fact. Now I know what you meant when you said it's immersive. You're right that it's an experience you can't have with movies. There goes your composure. Why are you so worked up?
At first, I figured you wouldn't enjoy the theater and you wouldn't connect emotionally. However, I did think you would understand the appeal it has on others. Pan. And most others are the traditional type that you thought you would be seeing today. But the fact that they solved a physical challenge with originality and ingenuity is so alluring. I'm just happy this experience taught you that you too can enjoy going to the theater.
Well, I've got a bit more positive view of it anyway.
Works for me. You are a film guy to begin with, after all.
Well, hey there, you two.
Ryda, hey.
What are you doing here?
What are you talking about? I'm the one heading up this show, too. When I need to pick me up, I watch people's reactions as they leave. Their faces tell the truth. When they enjoy it, they leave the theater smiling. And when it's up to par, they're straight-faced. Seeing them motivates me to keep going. You had an interesting look on your face, Aqua. You made this old guy happy.
Oh, I wish I could have seen. What kind of face were you making? Can you...
For a bit. But am I intruding?
No, not at all.
Ryda, is everything going okay with the script?
I had a heated discussion with the publisher again today, but sure enough, the original creator remains quite stubborn. She's demanding the writer Goa step down immediately. She says she'll rewrite the script herself.
She can't pull it off. That's my feeling after today's play. Tokyo Blade's script was devised to utilize the venue's strengths, and that's exactly what Goa did. Even the long, hammy lines will work here. I bet the original creator doesn't know the first thing about the stage or its equipment. She'll submit a draft based on the premise that the play will be in a high school gym. What we saw today was the work of a pro who integrated script and location flawlessly. No matter how talented she is, there's no way a novice playwright could produce something of that.
You notice? The script for today's show was also written by Goa. He's absolutely brilliant. He loves theater from the bottom of his heart. He's studious, and he perseveres through the drafting process. When the play he's scripted is shown, the audience always leaves with smiles on their faces. The truth is, I didn't want to take him off this project.
And there's nothing that can be done?
It's a tough situation to be in. Sadly, we don't wield enough power to boss around a major publisher.
But still, the show needs you. Only you can fix this.
Well, I suppose you're right about that.
Do you think Goa will really be taken to have any problems with this script? But on the whole, I believed it was good, which is why I went along with it in the first place.
I don't know. The original creator and the scriptwriter each have their own opinions. The problem is the failure in communication between them. If that alone could be cleared up, the entire play might end up being better. Well, I did see a good show today, thanks to him. To show my appreciation, I guess I'll try to give things a little nudge.
Thanks for having us! Hi! Thanks for coming, everybody!
Please excuse me. I know I wasn't involved with Sweet today.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm happy to have you.
Wow! This is my first time in a real manga artist's home!
It's also my first...
I've been here plenty of times. When filming Sweet today, the graphics tablet, and I can draw directly on the monitor.
The entire procedure is digital?
That's how most of us do it these days.
You manga artists are pretty amazing. I mean, you guys do both the art and the writing.
Yeah, I guess.
She's still giving me the cold shoulder.
Well, she must think you've got some nerve to blow up.
So, I was thinking we'd start with a toast. How old are you guys again?
I'm 16.
17.
Also 16.
17. Youngsters. I should have asked beforehand. With that said, it will just be me drinking.
So, she's a heavy partier.
I know a place that has great sake you have to try. The fish there is delicious too. I absolutely love fish.
Didn't you say you were gonna try to help Goa out with this situation? So where exactly does coming over to Yoriko's place fit into your plan?
Beyond just manga artists, most creators who've made it big believe their ability is second to none. They stop listening to their editors, they become surrounded by brown-nosers, and they grow unreceptive to advice. The only ones they'll listen to are those in the same field. And better still, if it's their friend or mentor. If you want to shoot the general, first shoot their horse. This woman here is the only one capable of swaying Abiko.
That makes a lot of sense. Yoriko, thanks for making time for us in your busy schedule.
It's no problem. I'm published every month, so when I'm free, I have a lot of time.
Do you think Abiko will be able to come and hang out?
Well, she has a weekly manga. Even to come to that rehearsal, she had to make some sacrifices to carve out time between chapters. Fundamentally, doing a weekly manga isn't a job suited for humans. You have to be a soldier whose brain's been type who think of storyboards even while on a date.
That sounds awful.
I can assume Abiko is especially busy at the moment. With the anime adaptation and everything, she must have tons of things to handle, like color illustrations and product supervision.
So, have you and Abiko been friends for a long time?
Well, not really. She worked as my assistant on Sweet Today. She's always been eccentric. She wasn't good at making friends, and she didn't socialize much even with her fellow assistants. But she's a chatterbox when it comes to manga. When one artist reads the work of another, they can get a pretty good idea of what kind of person the author is.
Interesting. Which parts tip you off?
Mostly the drawings. Like what parts they obsess over and what parts they're lax about. I understood straight away after reading Abiko's manga sad. That's why, after I began to engage with her more, she became pretty attached to me. She's really a sweet kid. Soon after we became friends, she got serialized in Weekly Jump and rapidly shot to popularity. She surpassed me in the blink of an eye. She made it big without any setbacks on the way, so it's like she believes her opinions are always correct.
Doesn't her editor or anyone caution her?
You see, editors have two jobs. What do you think they are?
Get authors to create a big-selling manga.
Correct. That's the first one.
And then the second, could it be...
Adding dialogue and stuff?
Doing publicity?
The correct answer is... not letting a popular manga come to an end! Letting a serial moneymaker conclude will affect their evaluation. For a manga with an active mental health is part of the job. Editors find themselves in the typical position where they have to be babysitters for spoiled authors. As a result... I'm very busy! I won't do it! Popular manga artists get increasingly arrogant. Using how busy they are as an excuse, they become prone to erratic behavior.
What's wrong with you?
I know all too well what she's talking about, now I want to die. Being surrounded by yes men can really ruin you. Making it big inevitably boosts your confidence and it goes to your head.
Listen, our scriptwriter's on the verge of being taken off the project. Please, can't you try to persuade Abiko to reconsider what she's doing?
I have so many feelings of my own toward Abiko. Those theater folks are in a really
I think you're being overly considerate. You trusted the crew of Sweet Today. You gave them control, and look how it ended up. I believe that 90% of the creative works in this world are trash. Which is to say that 90% of the world's creators are third-rate. The only thing you can believe in is your own wit. You depend on others too much. Next time, you should be more assertive.
Well, the only reason you can say that is because you're gifted.
Yoriko! My manga's getting an anime!
Oh, wow. That was quick. Congrats! I've also saw her popularity surpass my own in a flash. And I can't say I didn't feel anything as a fellow manga artist. But
I'll always think of you as my mentor. You're the one that got me here.
I have to be her ally. I'm sorry, but Abiko doesn't like having her work tampered with. And I understand how she feels. I won't criticize how others do their jobs, and it's my policy to let people do what they want with my adaptations. But in my heart, I feel the same way as her. Whenever possible, I want people to handle my characters with love. After all, I love them as if they are my own children. Truly, I am sorry. I know that you're under immense pressure with the play schedule, but I just don't think I can help you out with this one.
No, I'm sorry. I made an unreasonable request.
I understand. But this show...
Abiko, I'm coming in! Sorry for not greeting you, but I'm working on a chapter. Wait, what? Wasn't your deadline supposed to be yesterday? So you missed it? Yes. I'm sorry about my room being messy. This is far beyond messy. Are you gonna call an assistant, given the situation? I don't have any at the moment. Huh? They couldn't match my art style. Besides, they failed to convey emotion through the backgrounds. Ultimately, I figured it was faster to do it myself, so I fired them. It was back on chapter 163, so 2 months ago. Have you slept? I've been able to get around 2 hours of sleep each day, so I'm managing. But I'm on a deadline, so I haven't today. Abiko, that'll kill you. But more realistically, you'll get depressed and stop working. You'll never be able to draw at the same pace again. Well, I already feel like I'm dying. Plus, next week I have color pages, as well as illustrations for the volume release. What about the script for the play? Right, there's that too. I'll get to it after I finish this chapter. Fine, I'll help. I'll start filling in the backgrounds for you. No, it's all right. Just take a seat. You're in no position to refuse. Especially on your own. You need to hire an assistant pronto. I've put in a request with my editor, but he hasn't sent me anyone suitable. I bet he sends all the good talent to the big shots. That guy's useless. Are you sure you're not being overly picky? Assistants need to be trained, right? I don't have time to teach monkeys. Even if I think they're promising enough to train, they quit as soon as I'm even a bit harsh on them. I bet it's more than a bit. I know you're very particular about your work, but you can't live like this. Even if it means making some compromises, you need to live like a human. If I make compromises, my work will be done for. The readers will forsake me in an instant. That's not true. You're just doing things the wrong way. And what would you know about it anyway? At the least, I say you're making a mistake. Aren't you just holding the quality of your work hostage and running away from proper communication? In the long run, you're just digging your own grave. Save it until after you sell 50 million copies! That's the level I have to contend at! High expectations abound, I bust my butt week after week! I don't want to hear this from someone who works comfortably in a monthly series! You're not holding back anymore. After being hit with that, there's hardly any artist who could level a response. It's truly the ultimate retort. My work may not sell as well as yours. But my manga is far more entertaining than your surface-level trash! It relies completely on your instinctive feelings, and I'm sure it seems fresh to readers. But that's it! Fundamentally, it's not entertainment. Huh? There it is, the self-proclaimed professional who mistakes plot turds that pander to readers as entertainment. The old way of doing things where a plot full of cliché twists is seen as tired. Sure sounds like Tokyo Blade as of late to me. Ever since you started panty bounced to what's popular with readers and half-heartedly forced it in, didn't you? Now your manga is cliché. That was mean. I was trying to live up to reader expectations in my own way. I hit the mark, did I? Did Miss Big Shot manga artist leave her to reader opinion? Did you forget who drilled the ins and outs of entertainment into you? I can see right through you! I believe it was you who lost all her fangs and wavered. I saw that sweet today drama. Oh boy, was that garbage! Letting them do that, have you no pride? I hate when I hear that from someone outside the project. Everybody's working hard at their own job. Sure, it would be ideal if everyone fully succeeded. Maybe you've forgotten since you're praised as a genius or wizard or whatever. But if you or I create 3 manga series, 2 of them will be dull. When your own batting average is around 300, but you always demand that your TV drama with them too much. Well, that much is true. I too have plenty of things I can't do well. I'm an introvert at heart, after all. If you're an introvert, what the hell does that make me? Without manga, I'd be a shut-in who's unfit for society. I heard you, you know. You had the cast over to your place for a dinner party. Little Miss Extrovert. You could do that too. Really? Like hell I could. I can't get along with other people the way you've managed to. The truth
doubts every time. Done on schedule. Why is that?
Because even when we're down for the count, we're still artists. We have our pride, right?
Things were awful at your place on the verge of deadlines, too. It was common to start at 9 a.m. and not wrap until 4 a.m.
I'm so sorry about your time on Suite today. Things are a whole lot better these days.
I'm sorry, too. I was sleep-deprived, multitasking, and my head was all mixed up. I was so horrible.
It's okay. I also went too far. However, if you say that stuff to someone else, they'll cut ties with you. So be careful.
How are you able to get along with others?
I met them halfway. Media franchises are cool. No matter how one might turn out, it doesn't mean my manga suddenly became boring. If it turns out well, you should consider yourself lucky.
Even so, I hated that Sweet Today drama. Your manga is so much better. I'll be working under you starting today. I'm not that good at backgrounds, but I'll try my best. I'm a huge fan of your work. My dream is to become a manga artist just like you. Sweet Today is truly a masterpiece. It's the most entertaining manga in the world. It's unbearable seeing a piece of work you've cherished so much tarnished. I understand that better than anyone else.
Listen, it's not good for you to immediately say whatever you're thinking out loud. The truth about that TV drama is that I'm glad I went ahead with it. Toki's actor Aqua wanted you to have this. If you're going to write the play's script, this might be a good reference.
Please, just hear me out there.
Here you are!
What is it?
You'll never guess who I saw in the crowd! Tokyo Blade's author, Abiku Semijima!
Bring her to me!
Yes, sir!
All I need to do is be hospitable. Wow! I never imagined you'd want to come to see the show! I would have been more than happy to have gotten you a ticket if you'd asked me. Well, what did you think? Did you enjoy it?
And then I thought it'd be. It will be a great reference while I write the script.
Oh, I'm delighted to hear that. That's great. It's wonderful to think that you're personally writing the script. I can't wait to read it. The cast and crew will also be pleased to have it crafted by the manga author herself.
But still, this show needs you. Only you can fix this.
Listen, I think we must have a little heart-to-heart. Right now, I'm in a very weak position. If I don't maintain good relations with the publisher, I won't be able to secure future jobs. One of the rights that you as the author is entitled to is the ensured right of integrity. So without your permission, we absolutely can't stage a Tokyo Blade play. Again, as the critics in mind, it is completely and utterly possible that the script you come up with will be used exactly as it is no matter what.
So what? That decision doesn't bother me in the slightest.
No, please think this over carefully. Even if the script you write is awful, there's a chance it'll go ahead as is. And actors need time to rehearse. Let me put it this way. Say there was a gifted novelist. If they were to draw manga storyboards for the very first time, would they score a perfect 100?
Of course not.
It's the same with stage play scripts. However much of a genius manga artist you may be, you won't be able to write an exceptional script on your first try. I'll say it one more time. If you wield your personal rights as an author, it's possible we'll greenlight it with no questions asked. It'll likely end up as a sluggish amateur play.
Are you threatening me?
That goes both ways, doesn't it? Job is to protect the jobs of over 100 people involved with the production. Look here, I'm ready to suck the dick of a geezer or two if that's what it takes.
How filthy! You don't have to be so graphic!
You saw the show just now, right? The script for that production was written by Goa. Will Would you please trust in the work he does?
I met them halfway. Media franchises are collaborative works. They're a collection of tasks that you can't accomplish alone. All right. I'll trust in the work of a professional. However, I have one condition.
I understand. So that's how it's going to be.
Joe and Goa will talk as they work together on revising the script as a team. As the producer, this is the best setup I'm able to sign off on.
Let's jump right into it. Shall we begin?
Yes, we shall. Please go ahead.
Okay, start at page 1. With this decision, the original creator and scriptwriter will either become friendly, or their dislike for one another will grow. Many sessions we've held in the past have led to disputes that wrecked projects. So as a mediator, this is a totally ill-advised plan. But hell, I doubt things can get any worse than they are now. There's nothing left to lose at this point, so they might as well go ahead and fight it out. That said, I do have one major point of concern.
I understand where you're coming from. If we do this,
Alright,
we'll have to restore
what's going to happen? God only knows.
During the subsequent battle with Tsurugi,
We'll add some lines that make it so Tsurugi is able to grasp Blade's personality.
Wouldn't doing so deviate from how things unfold in the manga?
That's fine.
the core of the characters is what's really important.
So long as those don't change, it's okay to do whatever.
Okay, I see. I'm starting to get a better idea of the extent of what you'll allow. In that case, how about after the battle, Blade rests his sword on his shoulder, and then he speaks?
Ah, that works. You're understanding it now.
Then we'll go with this here.
Huh? Why?
It might be kind of hard for you to visualize if you don't understand how the stage works, but moving in front of the screens as they converse would give a sense of traveling.
Makes sense. That would work. I lack that kind of knowledge and experience.
Well, this is how I make my living.
It's me. I saw a play you wrote the script for.
Oh. What did you think?
Well, I really enjoyed it.
That's the kind of stuff I usually write.
Please bring out that feeling in the Tokyo Blade play as well.
Are you sure? That will alter the vibe quite a bit.
That's completely all right. We should continue to play up your strengths.
Well then, let's get through this part using stage effects.
Cut this part too.
We can also cut this line, right?
The acting alone should be able to cover this part too.
You're really getting after it now. Let's cut this too.
Cut. Cast performing all of the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely. Abiko and all who are here, thank you so much for working through the night.
Well, I'll be going now.
Please excuse me.
Well, Goa?
Yeah, we started having fun, and before I knew it...
Oh my god, it's just as I feared. Sure enough, when creators team up, they tend to produce something quite striking. But we're low on time, so I have to go with it. If it comes together well, I can tell it'll be amazing. Damn it. I've got a whole new headache on my hands now.
Wow. What an outrageous script they've come up with. The expository lines have been aggressively cut, and there are so many scenes to carry out with performances. I gotta say, it's a killer draft of a script. So if the show is a failure, all the blame will rest on us. It's a pretty bold thing to ask this lineup of thespians.
And now, the script's interpretation of Princess Saya fits with mine. I think this draft will allow me to uncover a whole new side of her. It sure looks like it's worth sinking my teeth into.
But it's gonna be incredibly difficult to pull off.
It won't be a problem for me.
Huh?
I mean, I thought the previous script was somewhat lacking.
I like it. It suits my skills better. After all, acting's all a matter of speaking with your body.
This has the markings of a Goa script all over. Well, we have acted in several of his plays, and we are able to grasp the key points, so it should be fine.
Now's our chance to show who the true top star is of theater company La La Lai.
All the La La Lai members are...
This can't be happening. I have some serious doubts that I can hack it. We've only got 2 weeks till showtime. Am I gonna be ready by then? I bet situations like this are walks in the park for you, Aqua.
Actually, I'm not so sure.
Huh?
All right, let's get started.
So you're the new leader of Shinjuku? It's time to find out what you're made of.
And what's wrong with despising the Shibuya thugs? Those monsters killed my parents and siblings!
So it seems in the end that lot is just a rabble. I dare say us being defeated is 1 in a million. Or rather, 1 in a billion, really.
Kyakume, you can be more dramatic there.
Yes!
Toki.
Princess.
Put more heart into it.
My apologies.
It's the climax of the play. Amid the battle, Princess Saya has suffered a severe injury and collapsed. Toki despairs. Fortunately, Princess Saya miraculously comes to. What emotions would wash over him now?
Intense release from his anxiety. A strong sense of joy and hope, I suppose.
That's right. Your acting is indeed in line with the source material. However, here on stage you won't reach the audience unless you project emotions with greater intensity. Draw out more emotion. This scene calls for emotional acting.
Mortal enemy of my kin!
All right, let's go with that.
Where's the proof? I've slain so many I can hardly remember them all.
There. It's no surprise you can't strike the right balance. This is your first play.
You've never done emotional acting, have you? Ultimately, one's persona shows in their performance. And you never show your true emotions to others, which is why they don't come out in your execution. Up until this moment, you've always reproduced some performance you've seen elsewhere. It all comes down to your core nature.
You talk like you know him inside and out.
Of course I do! After all, I have the longest relationship with Aqua of anybody else here. I mean, hey, we've known each other since we were little kids. We've basically been friends our whole lives. It's nothing like the relationship with his purely business girlfriend, who he's only just met.
So you say, but we only reconnected recently. Still, I get it. Kana is completely dead on. I can't do emotional acting. Me?
Maybe I was too hard on him. But if not me, no one else would tell him.
Hey Kana, how do you get yourself to shed tears?
There are various methods you can try. There's emotional crying and physical crying. But in the world of child actors, the most used is... Hey Aqua, tell me, what would you do if your mom were to die? That's it! Aqua, place in front of you the things you hold dear. In this situation, Toki is overcome with joy when he sees that Princess Saya is still alive. So basically, you should remember things that make you happy as you perform. After all, even you must have things that make you happy, don't you? You're more of a foolhardy samurai than Blade!
For this part, play it like you're always going to outsmart your opponent.
You got it.
Memories of when I was happy. Until I regain my composure.
Anemia?
Probably a hangover.
This isn't King Daichi we're talking about. He's still in high school.
Akane, you're his girlfriend, right?
How convenient for her.
Here, have some water.
I appreciate it.
Sweating? on his feet. It could be a panic attack. You look really pale. Maybe you should lie down. We should call your family and have someone with you.
I don't want my sister to find out. She's looking toward the future now. I don't want to remind her of things she doesn't need to remember.
Yeah, but you should still have someone come over to get you.
In that case...
Let's see, and are you Aqua's girlfriend or something? Really? I thought for sure that he... It seems he's been getting up to stuff I had no idea about.
I'm really sorry for barging in on you like this.
No problem. I'm about the only one who knows this situation. Besides, it's not like this is the first time.
You mean something like this has happened to him before?
Well, you're his girlfriend, so I guess I could tell you. Long ago, he sometimes ends up like this.
PTSD. You mean he experienced his psychologically traumatic flashbacks?
Yeah. He received counseling for quite a while to deal with it, but he probably didn't want to worry his family with it this time. He pretended he made a full recovery. Well, I suppose there's no forgetting it. I mean, it haunts even me to some extent. I'm gonna do some work. Keep an eye on how he's doing, okay?
Sure.
The nose-piercing, rustic metal smell of blood is something I simply never leaves my mind.
Had you been more careful, had you protected her with your life,
Hi. The idol that Aqua's devoted to, who died 14 years ago. She was with the same agency as he is. And his sister, who's also working as an idol, revived Bikomachi. Both of them have a strong attachment to her. Psychological trauma, the incident Aqua Hoshino was involved in as a child, counseling, Ice murder, the possibility of multiple culprits. The Strawberry Productions representative they live with is named Miyako Saito. Adopted children and a foster parent, his family name was never made public. Maybe I actually had a child in secret.
Akane, why are you crying?
It's just that I imagined something scary, and then I thought, what if it were really true? It made me feel sad, thinking how lonely it must have been not being able to tell anyone. I'll shoulder the pain, right alongside you.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's nothing really. Just my imagination.
It's simply delicious.
You're awfully good in the kitchen. Do you cook very often?
Oh, thank you. I've been taking cooking classes with my mom.
Aqua, don't let this girl get away. Being able to eat tasty meals is one of the joys of life.
You're not gonna eat?
I don't have much of an appetite.
Here, open up.
Don't treat me like a kid.
I'm going to be there for you. Just as you were there for me. I'll support you, Aqua. Wow! So he works as your apprentice, Mr. Taishi?
Well, he's taken on a lot of acting jobs.
See? Could you please show me something he's performed in?
Well, I don't mind, but...
I don't really care.
Oh, yay!
Just don't watch it when I'm around.
I'm not ready to die! We need to get out of here together!
So cute!
That's from when he was in grade school. He usually doesn't like showing this stuff to anyone.
Do you have any videos of Aqua acting?
Well, I mean, I do, but...
Don't show her. I wasn't thinking straight and would like to forget it. I was under the false impression I had talent and the films paid dearly for it.
I wonder why he's had a change of heart.
I get it. I understand why he feels that way.
Explain it to me then.
Well, his acting here was prepared ahead of time. There's no emotion behind it, so his reactions are poor all around. He put together his whole performance in advance.
It seems he's not too good at expressing his emotions. When he draws on past experiences, he sometimes gets like this. He's a skilled guy, though. He can piece together acting he's seen here and there and turn in a seemingly fitting performance. I see that as an ability in its own right, but I can tell he's dissatisfied with it. He's always grumbling that he's got no talent.
Tell me the truth. Why did you get into acting?
What does it matter?
What do you mean? The reason's important. Because you want to be a star? For the money? To become somebody special?
Well, what's your reason?
I act because it's fun.
Yeah, I gotta understand, so I'm not telling you.
There you go again. You know, for someone who goes on and on about how important communication is, you sure do keep a lot of secrets. Isn't that the recurring issue with you?
Well, in that case... Suppose I told you my goal in this was to kill someone. What then? There's this person high up in the entertainment industry, and I want to rise to the top to do away with them. What would you do if I told you that?
I would help you kill them.
You shouldn't say that so casually.
I mean, we're talking about someone you want to knock off, right? I'm sure you have a good reason to do something like that. It's not up to accept you, and I would be there for you no matter what may unfold. If you commit a crime, I'll carry that burden with you. I'm your girlfriend, so I'm prepared to do that. Even if this relationship is just a facade.
You're out of your mind.
You mean all this time you didn't think I was crazy? Anyway, I expect you to fulfill your duties as my boyfriend too.
Duties?
I want to outshine Kana, and Himekawa too. I don't want to lose to those two no matter what. Look, that Himekawa Kana duo is too strong. I don't stand a chance on my own. Losing would be so frustrating I might just die. Would you stand by and watch me die, even though you're my boyfriend?
I guess you're right. Not letting his girlfriend...
Himekawa and Kana, huh?
And if possible, without emotional acting.
Huh. I read the script, and it's pretty unique given the play's scale. Or rather, it's got a challenging structure. The scriptwriter's intentions are clear, though. I told you before, don't try to be an amazing actor. Instead, become an actor who can act just as envisioned. With that in mind, what do you, Aqua Hoshino, make of the play's director's wishes and the aims of the script? What's just as envisioned for this particular play?
Intensely emotional acting.
Then you've got no choice, huh? Emotional acting it is. Starting tomorrow, come over once rehearsals finish. I'll whip you into shape in no time.
I won't let you be alone!
What god-awful acting.
It's fine, just fine!
I can totally picture him screwing things up and ending up alone again. In a sense, this is like a class visit. It's the duty of the family to sit in on this stuff.
My agency is incredibly strict! If I'm found out, my manager will tear into me!
Oh, you're the guy from Sweet Today! A rotten actor to the Rouge.
You know who I am, really?
Of course. I'm Ruby Hoshino. And thanks for looking after my brother.
Oh, so you're Aqua's sister or something?
Yep, that's me.
Sorry, but he already left.
Huh?
Rehearsals are over for the day. I stayed behind to get a bit more practice in.
Oh, I understand. My brother's been getting home around midnight, so I just figured that maybe he was rehearsing late.
What's he doing out so late every night then?
Come to think of it, recently he's been leaving with Akane.
Akane? I'm gonna call him and find out. He leaves with his pretty girlfriend and doesn't come home till late at night? Put it together, huh? I don't get it. What is my brother doing with her? Sexy stuff, probably. Sexy stuff? Ew! It can't be. So you can't be bothering him. But this is every night. Every single night for days now. I guess he's more energetic down there than he appears to be. I mean, there's no stopping a high school boy's desire when he's got a hot girlfriend.
My brother wouldn't do that kind of thing. He wouldn't be so reckless and do something that could get a high school girl pregnant. If he did, I'd despise him with all my heart.
Ruby?
It's all right. I have complete and utter trust in my brother. Besides, he's always been the secret.
Yeah, sure. I'll show you where it is.
Well, that can't be an easy topic when it's your own brother.
Waiting for someone to finish up?
Oh, no. It's nothing like that.
Huh? Are you an actress then? You're cute enough.
Oh, gosh. Me cute? No way.
You with an agency?
Cannon fire?
What? Cannon fire? What are the odds? That's funny. I got a few buddies there. Like Nanon and Curahaweno.
Oh, yes, I know them.
Cool. We should all hang out sometime. Here's my contact.
Okay.
Sakuya!
Huh?
Kendaichi's calling for you. Emergency meeting.
Huh? Really? Time. What the hell? There's nobody here.
Well, I lied.
Hmm?
Listen, that was a friend of Aqua's sister. Making a play for her would be bad.
Are you serious? That's why you got in my way?
I am being serious. Look, you were trying to shoot your shot. I do it too, so I won't call you out for it. But it's no good to go for a girl who could cause issues at work.
You're overreacting. There won't be any trouble.
You can't be too sure of that. Besides, we're professionals, technically.
Professionals? The guy whose acting chops are trash is talking about being a pro? You're just a flashy model who does TV dramas on the side, and now you got a theater gig thanks to your connections. Hey, do you realize you're the worst actor here? Your acting is bringing down the play's quality. I may not be offered. Nothing's lamer than a guy with zero skills getting cocky and lecturing you. I mean, I'd listen if it were Himekawa, but who the hell are you to patronize me? Damn it. That girl had a huge rack, too. Screw this.
You don't need to tell me. I get it. Ever since I met him, I've known.
Ta-da! This guy said he's friends with Aqua, so we exchanged our information. He said we should grab dinner sometime. Should I not have?
There are plenty of performers with integrity who you can respect both as actors and human beings. With that in mind, however, most of these 2.5D actors who have girls for their contact info are bad news! What?
Hey, Kana, want one of the cookies they got for us?
Sure, thanks. What's with that glare?
I'm not glaring, okay?
Don't lie to me. You usually look like you're sleepy. Your eyes only get sharp like that when you're looking at me.
That's not true. I'm like this with everybody. You probably just feel that way because you think you're the center of the universe, and everything and everyone revolves around you. Don't you know who I am? I'm Genius Child Actor. The way you cling to your past glory is disgraceful. Are you even making an effort to improve as an actor?
Such hostility from you. That's quite the sharp tongue you've got there. I guess you must really hate me. You say that stuff because you absolutely despise me. Isn't that right, Akane Kurakawa? Find out that the celebrated actress Akane Kurakawa credited a certain performer by spurring on her theatrical career. Give me that! Why do you have that? Well, I was curious about who such an amazing actress like yourself would admire so much. I heard there was an interview that Akane gave for the first play she was a part of as a child. So I ordered the back issue of the magazine it was in. And... what's this? Oh my! The actress you admired was me? You started in theater because you wanted to be just like me, Akane? Goodness, if you love me so much, you should just say so. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't be your friend if you were the last person on the planet. It looks like it's a one-sided adoration.
You truly are merciless.
Who was it? Who told her about it? Someone in La La Lai?
My bad.
Himekawa.
ago. When I saw Kana, she was this super famous girl who was my age. I began to look up to her, and I joined a children's theater company.
But just look at how she really is. She's arrogant and rude with a black heart. Plus, look at how she makes fun of people.
Since becoming an idol, she thinks she's multi-talented.
And she's making money posing as some popular influencer.
Hey, any staff around? One of my fans slipped in the studio and she's scaring me.
Your fan?
Hey!
I'm a member of the cast.
Staff!
No use squaring off with her. With your serious nature, you can't beat her in a taunting match.
Bell pepper exercise has been.
Oh, that actually did some damage.
She got a bit carried away.
Oh yeah? And you're the girl who's only known for a reality dating show. Who thinks they're multi-talented now?
That was a vicious counter.
Kana is good in a war.
Okay, I guess I'll hold this one back.
Damn it, she pisses me off. What is her problem?
Kana's always had a foul mouth.
Oh, please, it's not just her mouth that's foul. It's her wretched personality that really stinks.
Well, she treated me even worse when we performed as kids.
Then take my side. Her personality sucked, didn't it?
No, I wouldn't. Now that you mention it, I wanted to kill her.
Right? When I met her, I also... Rehearsals are about to start. Let's go.
The enemy of my kin! That felt so great! Did you see her face? I got under her skin!
You've got a real mean streak.
I never would have told you if I had known what you were going to do.
Why are you always lashing out at Akane like that? You're with the same...
Well, I've got a number of reasons. It all has to do with our pride. It's not like this is our first time acting together. And for whatever reason, we've fought every time. Akane and I don't tackle acting in the same way at all. And we also approach our roles very differently, and what we consider a good performance is different too. Her acting says I'm right and you're wrong. That's how she makes it seem. And that's a lot of pressure. It really ticks me off. I kept hearing that even genius child actors become ordinary people after puberty. And the truth is I stopped getting jobs after I grew up. Now people are calling Akane Kurakawa a genius and showering her with praise. If things keep going this way, it'll mean she was right.
So she's your fated rival, huh?
That's a tacky way to put it, but yeah, I never thought for a moment that her acting was better than mine.
Who do you think is better? Kana or Akane? Which one would you say has more talent?
They both have been acting since they were little, and they're both very good. It'd be tasteless to place one above the other.
But if you had to say...
Akane has a distinctive acting style, and she isn't called a genius for nothing. But Kana has a stronger obsession with acting itself. So, it wouldn't be surprising to see either win. It'd probably come down to how the play turns out. But this time Kana will prevail. Because she's got me. Himekawa's in a league of his own. They got the casting all wrong. Being on the same stage as him? You're awful acting.
Hey, Kana, will you rehearse with me after this?
You bet. I was about to ask you the same thing.
Aqua, we're running out of time. Let's hurry over to the director's place.
Sounds good.
I refuse to lose.
Akiko, what's the matter? Are you feeling nervous?
How could I not be? I really meddled in the project, so it will be all my fault if it flops. Of course I'm feeling nervous.
This is the kind of thing you never get used to. But you're satisfied with how the script is now, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. But you've confidently put something. What if I happen to be the only person in the world who finds my creation entertaining? The thought of that...
It'll be all right. I'm pleased with how the script turned out, too. At the very least, there are two people on this planet who consider your creation a fine work of art. Oh, I thought we were on friendly terms now.
Don't take it personally. This girl spent her entire youth on manga, and she's not very comfortable around men. Just keep trying to engage in conversation with her. The truth is, she's delighted when people do so.
Well, in the end, the success of the show is riding on the actors. But they are a very talented group, so I have complete faith it'll be a good play.
Talented, you say?
Nacho, hi! Yuki! And company! Wait, you two are wearing the same bracelet!
why girls who date entertainers do a risky balancing act like that.
Because even celebrities are just dumb girls when they're in love, okay?
It's just a coincidence.
Don't you put it up on social media!
Don't worry, I can restrain myself.
Hey guys, who is that hottie?
Oh, her? That's Aqua's twin sister.
Really? They sure do have great genes.
I want to see what their parents look like.
They've got to be beautiful too.
Hey, Miyako, the people around us seem important. Well, the seats in back are generally for people who are involved with the play. You have to be sitting here to see the audience's reactions.
I like the sound of that. I feel like a big shot now.
Don't get smug about it. Oh, it's Director Taishi. He's not like him to ask the director to watch him perform. Perhaps this is a good sign. Maybe this shows how excited he really is about the play.
Precocious and Akane. I've done my best to teach them what I could. But Precocious's psychological trauma hasn't been resolved on a fundamental level. If he panics on stage, it's curtains for him. And the more he goes for emotional acting, the greater the risk. Still, how long has it been since I saw him get so serious about acting? Well, you'll manage somehow, right? After all, you're a full-fledged actor.
I was once considered a genius actor. And now, that's what they call you. I hate to admit it, but it's on my mind. And it pains me to say this. I will prevail over you. I'll make sure no one ever calls me a former genius actor.
Interesting. I've also looked forward to performing with you. I've been waiting for this as well. I'll see you out on stage.
Hi. I tried all sorts of things in the director's house, but I can't even begin to control this guy's violent emotions. Boiling rage and regret, frigid sorrow and vengefulness. Merely looking at Ai's face almost throws me into a panic. Then pulled back there in an instant. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll use everything within me to make up for my lacking talent. That's my method of acting.
There once was a great war. Renowned warriors with their own convictions and ambitions in their hearts continued to fight. But the conflict saw no victor. The 21 swords that would decide the fate of the world were scattered across the Far East. This story begins with a certain man obtaining a certain single sword.
I'm a traveler! There's no one around. Oh, a sword. What in the world? It's glowing.
Hey! Who the hell are you?
You identify yourself first.
I'm one of the sword masters. The name's Sudagi. Drop that oath sword and scram! Or do battle. You decide.
This here is my sword.
You damn fool! You'll regret this when you're burning in hell!
What's an oath sword anyway?
Ha! You don't know a damn thing! I guess I'll tell you before you die. Oath swords are no ordinary blades. Those who wield them will take possession of the country. They'll gain the power of nation ceasing.
Are you saying I would have enough power to take over Japan? Great. You know, I've always wanted to be a king. I'll become the strongest of all. And the ruler of this country.
Like hell you will! Don't kill me! Please spare my life! I'm not ready to die!
Then will you admit that I'm stronger?
Yes, I admit it! You're stronger than me!
Shinjuku is up ahead?
Yep. The underground dungeon's a battlefield of rival warlords. One of them, Kizumi, is a cut above the rest. Beat him, and Shinjuku's all yours.
You didn't want to become the ruler yourself?
That's life. When you lose in a battle of sword masters, you have a choice to make. Offer up your life or serve under the victor. But once you become king, I'm golden. You can make me a minister, right? Listen, if you do, I'll carve a path to the throne for ya.
Say your prayers! You first!
Way to go! Blade, you did it!
If I falter here, I won't stand a chance at becoming king. Hey! Why don't you let us join the ranks? When you're the king, you can grant me the position of general. We weren't living underground by choice. Those damn Shibuya Oni drove us there. They're in a different league than your usual Oni. Looks like we've got our next objective. We'll go forth and slay the Shibuya Oni. Could he?
Act 2 depicts the confrontation between the Shinjuku faction, unified under Blade, and the Shibuya faction, a band of Oni that joined forces. And it all begins with a fight between these two.
You turned traitor? I've been an Oni of Princess Saya led Shibuya from the start. Why fight? Is there no other way to solve this? My parents forced this sword on me, and I was caught up in this war. Sakuya Kamoshida. He's a popular performer who's heavily utilized in 2.5D plays. As a person, he's a frivolous womanizer. But he's an excellent actor. I don't
wish to battle. Please flee. That way we can get out of this without fighting. I beg you, just run away. Get out of here.
Though his person... His acting ability's more than adequate. Damn it.
Increase the effects a bit more.
You got it. How was that?
All right.
Let's check your stage positions.
Yes, sir.
Introducing Sakia Kamoshida to us was a big help. He's a very good actor.
Well, I'm glad he's been to your liking. Though, when you chose to use La La La, I made the assumption that you were shooting for a play that wouldn't need to be bound by 2.5D rules.
Well, that's a goal of mine, of course. I want new spectators to become fans of theater in general, rather than 2.5D plays alone. So you see, if we aim to preserve the existing rules, while also judiciously breaking those rules, wouldn't that be perfect? Even within the field of 2.5D, he has a high level of respect for the source material. He also has loads of know-how for bringing 2.5D characters to life. No one could serve as a better model than him. Even all the La members were quick to realize they had lots to learn from him. And they sucked up the ins and outs of knowledge like sponges.
Glad to hear it. Acting as a go-between was worth my while.
Aqua and Kana Arima are top-notch actors too, so I'm very happy with the work you've done and I trust your casting choices. But that guy was the only one I didn't really get. I mean, it's not like he's that well-known, and his acting skills aren't up to snuff alongside veterans. It's questionable whether he even scrapes by with a passing grade. I saw him in Suite today, and to be honest, I thought he was unfit for the play. But he received the role because you pushed hard for him, right? Why did you...
Personal thing.
A personal thing?
That's the way of the world, isn't it? If there's an empty seat, you thrust the kid you favor into it. He's got good looks and a good voice. As far as acting, he'll get better over time.
Please don't use other people's plays as a training ground, okay?
Oh, no. I only pushed for him since I thought he'd grow on you. I mean, don't you like his type? The type who work their tails off.
I will not fail!
See? He's not the same guy he was during Suite today. He's approaching acting for all he's worth. Kids like him are the ones who leave their mark. Besides, whether or not his casting was watching him with the most critical eyes in the world is here with us today.
After starting middle school, a third year had her way with me. That's when I realized I was popular. Even if I was silent, people were drawn to me. If I fell for a girl, she'd be the one to say she liked me. If I teased some odd kid, everyone would laugh. And I thought I was funny when I did it. Even if I winged it, things still generally went well for me. People had high expectations for me, but I had no money, and part-time jobs were a drag. Well, I'll just wing it. That was my thinking.
In the showdown between these two in the manga, Kizumi exuded an aura of strength. But there's no sense of strength in his work someone poured their soul into creating.
Really? His acting's only slightly better than an amateur's. Do I need to bring my level down to his? What a pain. Seriously, screw off. Damn hack. Never working for your role and only getting hired for your looks.
I get it. I'm an awful actor. I've known ever since I saw that performance. And those around me were bringing their skills down to my level.
Hey, so...
I ruined the show.
Going making that face all the time?
My acting was that bad? It would have been so different if I'd approached it seriously from the start. The show would have been...
Surprising amount of stamina.
The teacher I'm doing lessons with said actors need good stamina. So, I've been running every day. I've been at it since Suite today ended.
Huh.
In the name of Princess Saya.
Considering how physical this is, he's not very exhausted.
Slay me! Don't make me laugh!
You're a chef.
Apparently, he rehearsed more than I thought. But take a look. See the audience's reaction?
That guy playing Kizumi is...
Yeah, he's terrible.
I'll defeat you, and we'll claim the Heavenly Maiden of Paradise for our Shibuya faction! See, the audience?
But who really cares? So they think you're lousy.
Huh? What kind of advice is that? I had to swallow my pride to ask. You could have answered seriously! If another project ends up being terrible because of me...
I wasn't trying to brush you off. I'm telling you to make good use of being lousy.
Wait, what? As if I could actually do that!
You can. Your biggest highlight in the show is your showdown with Monmei. You can use the month we have for rehearsals however you like, but trying to improve all around would be a pointless exercise. In which case, wouldn't your chances of success be better if you poured all your efforts into one thing? If the audience is underestimating you, that also means their guard is down. This is one of the basics of entertainment, so remember it. Take, for example, ever stood out. Or an otaku thought to have no redeeming qualities. An actor who was thought to be awful. If they started doing something amazing out of the blue, it'd shock them all.
That was so just like the manga! Amazing! I never believed it could actually be done! So to think he did it just like the manga, he really got us to life!
Did you give him that idea?
Not really. I just told him that even if his acting's poor, he should make good use of that fact. If thanks to his effort, he was able to pull it off. When people aren't expecting much, they're easily moved. It's human instinct for one's ability to gather information to kick into gear when something unexpected happens. Now's the time to strike.
So you picked up strange street performer-like tricks. It doesn't matter. Acting is what the audience is after. If you can't do that, there's no point.
In this scene, having been defeated when I encountered my first strong enemy, I now face him with sheer guts. This right here is my biggest show-off scene.
Kizumi, watch and learn a bit longer.
Yes, sir.
The road is closed, Blade.
If you want past, your head stays here.
Exciting.
Go on ahead! We'll handle things from here.
Despite taking lessons for the past 6 months,
I'm on top of it.
these actors are still way out of my league. They have a good grasp of their characters' feelings.
I never thought you'd make it this
They
far.
project strong.
Weaker than I.
It's true that I'm weak, but I've come this far because I don't stand alone. It's time to settle this, Monmei.
I'm just reading the script, trying to sound believable. Oh, got it. We weren't living underground.
I wonder
by our
how
own
Toki
volition.
feels about Princess Saya. Adoration? Affection? Something more complicated?
You're examining characters besides your own?
Doing that is important. Besides, the feelings directed at someone play a big role in shaping their personality.
The issue is I'm dumb. I can't examine things the way Akane does. The character of Kizumi. What kind of person is he? I don't have the vaguest idea. Who are you? You got thrashed by an opponent you underestimated, and you struggled when you were met with defeat. Talk about lame. Why do you have such... like I do? Oh, I see now. You thought you were tough, but realized you were actually weak. You're pathetic, disgraceful, and frustrated. In that case, I can totally relate.
This guy, from his eyes to his fingertips, he's projecting a sense of frustration so powerfully, it'll reach the audience.
I used the bulk of our rehearsal. Just feel it. I devoted the past month for this 1 minute. No one will outshine me!
wasn't mistaken in my judgment of him.
You did great. Blade and I will take it over from here.
Hey, Sakuya. I'm sorry for ad-lib...
Putting emotion into it. Keep it up next time, okay?
You've really got some nerve harming my comrade. I'll get payback 1,000,000,000 times over!
Look, if you continue your invasion, you'll die. Our faction won't stand by idly. The sound effect cut into my line. Should I repeat it?
I can't stand your grumbling. I could turn you into a lump of flesh. Maybe that would shut you up. I don't give a damn about your Shibuya faction. We'll cut you all down and seize this country!
She ad-libbed? This girl is incredibly good at playing off others.
The audience wasn't able to hear the play's first utterance of Shibuya faction, so she ad-libbed a line to make sure the audience heard it. Her timing was quite natural, too.
No matter how reckless I am, it's nice to know she'll cover for me. I've never performed with someone so easy to act with. Well, 2 versus 1 isn't exactly fair. Let us meet again another day.
Hey! Don't go! How dare you run! You chicken with tartar sauce!
The Shinjuku faction. They seem like trouble.
They're a group of fools with zero forethought. They think if they defeat all the Oath Sword wielders, that'll be good enough. What should we do? They're sure to attack.
I am the princess's right-hand man. I merely obey my liege's orders.
I see asking for your opinion was pointless. Could you at least try to be... Princess Saya, your decision, please.
When the script was rewritten, this part changed the most. Princess Saya's long monologue was cut short. It's a scene where we want her to express her dignity as the leader, and her opposition to Shinjuku through movement alone.
If we draw our swords, there will be bloodshed. However, there are some things that cannot be protected without taking up arms.
Even the sentiments of Princess Saya that we cut are being conveyed by her acting. All of the inconsistencies in the previous script have been resolved. That girl is magnificent.
Shinjuku and Shibuya, the 2 factions unable to coexist with each other, finally face the moment of their decisive battle.
Let's do this!
The road is closed, Blade.
If you want past, your head stays here. Exciting!
Go on ahead, Blade. We can hit this.
I'm on it! Princess Saya's in the inner chamber!
Charge through all at once!
This lineup brings back memories.
Monet!
I never in a million years thought you'd make it this far, Kizumi. You surprised me. After all, you are much weaker than I.
Yes, it's true that I'm weak. However, I've come this far because I don't stand alone. It's time to settle this, Monet!
Try all you want, but it'll end the same.
There's no way to know that without squaring off!
I'll let you handle the weaklings. I shall crush the enemy leader and swiftly put an end to this battle.
You look like you're pretty tough. Let's see what you've actually got.
Huh? I ran so fast. I'm the only one here. Wait a minute. This is my chance to fight Princess Saya and make them all admit their defeat. Oni Princess, show yourself!
you must be Princess Saya!
You're of mixed blood?
Are you one who believes that mixed blood is inferior to pure blood?
Just as always. She has a look that says my acting is right. What is it? What doesn't she like about me? Draw your weapon!
Against you. This will be enough. I won't lose, Kana. It's because of you that I'm here now. Though you probably don't remember what happened when we were little. For so long. For all these years, I've been waiting. For this moment.
Rewind it, Mama!
You sure do love Kana, don't you?
She's cute, good at acting, and speaks clearly even with adults. She's awesome. She's incredible.
Well, then why don't you try your hand at acting?
Good idea, honey. We actually got a pamphlet for a children's theater company the other day.
Take a look.
I could never do something on that level. I'm too shy. I get scared easily. And in front of people, I would never be any good at it.
Maybe this will help you come out of your shell, sweetie.
That's right. Hey, you might even become friends with Kana.
Huh? If I could become friends with Kana, I would die of happiness.
Because I wanted to be like Kana, I worked very hard. It was all to get closer to her. That was my goal.
Oh my, if it isn't Akane's mom.
Hello! Oh, I saw that commercial Emily was in.
Oh, thank you. She was only on screen briefly, but I think she was the only actor worth watching.
I really loved her. Until the day I met her. I'll never forget it.
Oh, that hat.
Thank you so much!
Are you nervous, Kana?
Huh? Well, I'm not...
Don't worry. It's already been decided you'll get the job. The audition is just for appearance's sake. You can relax.
Is this about me?
Huh? Kana? Oh, crap.
I'm a huge fan of yours.
So it seems.
That guy said something strange. He was saying that they already decided to choose you in the audition. That must be some kind of mistake. You wouldn't cheat like that, would you?
And what if I did? I see you're new to this, so I'll fill you in. This is what they call a rigged audition. They hold these events to give an appearance of respectability. But the truth is, they decided to hire me from the start. Of course I am. It means I get work.
Is it the purpose of an audition to pick whoever acts the best? Before seeing anyone act...
You don't get it, do you? For a minor role like this, anyone works! So it's natural to use someone with name recognition. What's important is whether it makes money or not. A famous child actor will get better viewer ratings than one who acts well. So it's better to go with fame. Performance means nothing.
idea that acting doesn't matter? I mean, you're so...
Don't talk as if you understand! And that hat! You look like it! Stop imitating me!
Why? Why would you say those things? I didn't get it, so I decided to do some studying. After extensive research, I can understand a little better why you said those things. You were scared, weren't you? Work gradually dried up for you. You earned more money by singing, and adults praised you for it. You wanted them to look at you, right? You wanted to be needed.
Stars can't shine on their own. I'm hoping to become someone who can one day light up the stars.
You matched your pace to those around you, synced up with them, and effectively did the jobs they asked you to do. You plan to live your life alongside everyone else, right? That sort of acting is all wrong. The Kana I fell in love with was a more selfish and overpowering actress. She wasn't someone who lit up the stars. Her performances were as dazzling as the shining sun. I don't like the present Kana. I hate her. You got squashed by all the grown-ups around you. They told you to bring yourself in line with everyone else. But your acting should be more egotistical, more stylish, and amazing. It should be something that devours everyone around you. Don't match the other actors. You need to make them try to match you. It's something that devours those around me. I'll fight to stand out the most. So, come clash with me!
So many actors, and despite being a scene where each is treated equally in terms of direction, there is no doubt that right now, this girl's the star. You're giving a fun performance. I agree. You want to face off, do you? Or perhaps you want to dance with me? Well, that's quite a fun proposition. I also want to settle things between us.
Why did you suddenly...
As expected, Kana's good at playing off others. While Akane has stepped into the spotlight, Kana has taken a step back, bolstering Akane's stage presence. Fading from view, she's devoted to being a stage device. It's the right call for the show as a whole. from a director's viewpoint, you couldn't ask for a more serviceable actor.
Yes. This is the right thing to do. If Akane Kurakawa is gonna do great, I should give her a performance that supports her. Turning out this is my method of acting. I'll shine a light on you, so that you can sparkle even more brightly.
Not like that. Why are you doing this? I just wanted to face off head on. I never meant to make you give a performance like that. Please, Kana, fight for the spotlight! Maybe I was wrong. As things stand, I just come off as a show-off. I was egotistical and selfish. I'm sorry.
That's just fine. I'm cleverly elevating the quality of the play. She fails to understand herself. After all, she shines brightest when her face screams, "Look at me." If you simply want to beat her, it's fine to stay this course.
You know that's not what I'm after. That is not the Kana I want to outshine. I want to beat her when she's giving it her all.
Fool, you're too weak! Weak! Just give up! I'll admit, your movements have gotten better. Too bad you still suck at acting.
I can barely keep up in terms of acting, but I won't lose when it comes to emotion!
I thought you would have put more energy into that last scene.
What choice did I have? You perform like you're the leading actor, and Akane performs like she wants to seize the starring role. If everyone does as they please, the play won't come together. Someone has to be a coordinator. By the way, what are you doing?
I wanted to read the script, but before I put on my glasses, the makeup artist said,
"Stop it! You'll ruin your makeup!"
So now I'm doing air glasses.
Yeah, I can see that. You don't wear contacts?
No.
Get some already. Can you even see the other actors' faces on stage?
It's fine. I can see their broad movements.
Oh, come on. What about their expressions?
Is that really necessary? To see them, I mean. It's not like people in the far back can view it. It's best I can't see the actors' expressions in the first place. Anyway, that's my take on it. Fellow actors can converse through movements alone.
Maybe, but not wearing contacts is a bit much.
Well, contacts kind of freak me out.
That's your real reason, isn't it? As a rule, famous people tend to be weird in some way or another. Why are you checking the script now anyway?
Akane is on fire, and she's gonna devour us at this rate. Listen, I'm gonna do some ad-libbing in this scene.
Huh? That kind of thing should be done beforehand.
You're capable of playing off any kind of improvisation, aren't you?
You're joking, right? Look who you're talking to.
of my kin! You of all people!
Who are you talking about? You can't expect me to remember every last soul I've seen!
You jumped the gun there. You can't help yourself. I'll fight alongside you. Hachiro.
What? Why are you having so much trouble? This should be a simple task! Eradicate those Shinjuku vermin now!
Are you coming by too?
So you're Shibuya's strongest fighter?
Do you have any actual aspirations?
Huh?
I assure you, Princess Saya does.
Aspirations, huh? I wouldn't say I don't, but explaining myself in words isn't my forte. So I say, let us converse with our mighty blades in battle!
Very well. Taiki Himekawa. Theater company La 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 star actor. Each of his actions is filled with emotion. He's like an incarnation of information. Now this is emotional acting.
What's wrong? Let's do this. Let's have some fun!
Sorry, but fate...
Interesting. He's emotionless. A contrasting framework.
What are you talking about?
In contrast to Himekawa bearing his emotions, Aqua is choosing to suppress his. Therefore, a comparison in quality cannot be made between the two. The more Himekawa turns in a performance that's like a scorching flame, the more Aqua's ice-cold acting stands out. It's a clever counter. However, Himekawa is not an actor who can be dealt with so easily.
What a waste! Come on! Let's enjoy ourselves!
There's something about that oath sword in comparison to the other blades. It's almost time for the scene where Himekawa plans to ad-lib.
Behind you! Watch out!
There it is!
That's not in the script.
You're leaving it all up to me? Aqua, I've got this, so follow my...
Enough. I'm done playing around. Risking one's life in combat should be left to the men. If you can't stand on the battlefield without the protection of a man, leave at once.
He's ad-libbing? I can fight!
Really? With this soft body of yours? Why don't you try building it up a bit? Oh. A man is someone who protects women at the risk of his own life. So there's absolutely no way I'm going to lose.
He's back on script. Aqua is this great at playing off others? Enough women this, women that! Don't condescend!
I'm stating facts.
I had no idea. But up until now, I was never the one to be reckless.
If everyone does as they please, the play won't come together. Someone has to be a coordinator.
It makes no difference. I'm not going to do you any harm.
In terms of blocking, he's led me to center stage. It's set up so the audience is focused on me. I can be free. Fellow actors can converse through movement alone.
You don't need to switch with whatever ad-lib is thrown at me. Do the kind of acting you've been longing to do.
You're amazing at confounding people. Aren't you? Apparently, long ago, my mother wanted to become an entertainer. Which is why she entrusted that dream to me. When I made it big, she networked with celebrities she admired. She got invited and seemingly had a great time doing it. It was fun for me too.
I just performed as I pleased without giving it much thought, and everyone praised me as a genius child actor. My mom was all smiles too. It was the happiest period of my life. Which is why she was most critical of all, to the popularity of Kana Anima. Once it was clear that my public favor was waning, my mom became difficult. Not caring how it made her look, she made sales pitches and insisted I get more screen time, which caused trouble on set. As for our relationship, she started taking her frustration out on me. I think the reason my dad fell for another woman was because I liked the popular Kana Anima. I had no choice but to survive in the industry. Or else.
You know, you won't last long in this industry if you can't get along with those around you.
It's thanks to the director's words that somehow or another, I didn't vanish from the industry. If he hadn't told me that back then, I would have been long gone by now. I learned I wasn't a genius, and that the adults cared more about kids who were easy to work with than their acting abilities.
He was saying that they already decided to choose you in the audition. That must be some kind of mistake.
I forced myself to swallow all the distasteful thing in line with others. You guys seem to be having fun acting. Watching it is enjoyable for me too. But I'm fine over here. Doing this will make everyone happy. Both the adults and Mom. It's okay if I'm not the star. You're always doing this sort of thing. Even if you lift me up, it won't change a thing.
The role of Tsurugi is that of a simple combat fanatic. A timid performance won't shine, now will it?
Well, you do have a point there. I can't. I'll cause trouble if I have it my way.
They're saying that's what they want to see from you. I'll back you up. I also want to see you perform the way you want to.
My goodness! Aqua, you're to blame for this! You drive me crazy!
I don't have the star quality that you girls do.
There she is. That's the Kana I was longing to see. That's the Kana I wanted to outshine.
Blade! Do it now!
Got it!
I wanted to win. I really did.
My wound.
Take up your weapon.
I'm done. I fought solely in service of Princess Saya. Having failed to protect her, I have no reason to fight.
So is that all? Isn't there something more? Deep within you?
Acting's fun, huh? It seems with you, the more fun it is, the more painful it becomes.
Panic disorder isn't all that uncommon of a condition. Actually, I have quite a lot of friends who have it. The way to deal with it first begins with finding out what triggers you. Someone who panics on trains may not be affected if just brings about even more of them.
A trigger. My trigger.
It's your sense of guilt, isn't it? I actually have some acting experience. After watching you these past days, I've figured it out. There are moments in your performances when you get so engrossed you find yourself having fun. Invariably, during those times is when you have a panic attack. You feel guilty about enjoying acting. So when it comes to you feel a sense of guilt toward your mother. That's what really drives you crazy. Am I wrong?
So you knew?
Well, I've known you for a long time after all. I was vaguely aware. First time we met was on location with her. Once I realized it, the whole thing made sense. I also have a pretty good idea as to why you're so set on working in showbiz. Must be tough on you. Unable to enjoy performing. It's like you're acting solely for the sake of exacting revenge. Maybe you could step away from acting for now? Concentrate on your therapy.
I'm fine, okay? I don't care what becomes of me. My sole purpose for living is to avenge no matter the consequences.
I see. In that case, you have only one option available to you. It's a painful and exhausting one. From now on, you must know. Those good at performing nearly all love doing so, and their ability to enjoy acting is their greatest gift of all. You must take the opposite course. Suffer as you perform. For you, acting is something painful and arduous, and you must endure. Never again think of it as enjoyable. Out of my way, Tajimekawa! Kana Arima! Akane Kurokawa! I'll defeat you all and attain recognition in this industry! I need nothing else. For me, acting is revenge!
There's only a single lodging in this village. Once you check in, you might enjoy taking a stroll.
You were amazing, Aqua! It was super creepy. You even had me shaking. Genius!
You're only saying that because I'm your kid.
Come on, I'm giving you a compliment. It was really impressive. I'm sure you'll become the most amazing actor around.
Having lost someone dear, Toki is consumed with rage and sorrow. Fantastic. But what memory is he invoking to appear so pitiful and pained?
That will do. Suffer more. Did you see the light in Kana Arima? After meeting Akane, did you think you found someone understanding of your plight? Is acting fun for you? Did you want to forget it all and lead a happy life? Living in love, enjoying your youth? No, I won't let you do that. Not until you chop up the man who put him through a hell more painful than death. You have no right to be happy.
Did you say you? That's not right. You are me. The me who is powerless and unable to do anything. The me who's seared by regret. Who's frustrated, miserable, and longing to hear I's voice again, even just one more time. All of these feelings I'll use.
Now. She's lost too much blood. Princess Saya cannot be saved.
Not so fast. A wound-transferring sheath. It has the power of the ruler, the ability to relocate one's own injuries to others around it. But this girl used that power to transfer the wounds of her comrades to herself. Just before death, she took even my injuries. She showed sympathy to even her foes.
My wounds have disappeared as well. Did she intend to quell the battle in this way all along? That's the kind of leader she was.
Which is the reason why.
My goodness.
The proper use of this scabbard
is this right here!
Time and again, I've had a self-serving dream. What if, like in some story, an expedient miracle occurred? What if I had been able to save her?
A baby. Something like that won't kill me.
How many times did I wish for it? For that dream that can never come true.
You're the same old Akane, but on stage it's like you're someone else completely. Can I start calling you Mrs. Kodakawa?
What?
Man, you're a genius!
Yeah, hey, superstar! Reminded me again that I still have a very long way to go. If you're looking for a true genius of our generation, it's Himekawa or Karaarima.
Huh? What's the matter? Your acting was great.
I want to be better than that.
You were amazing. Right, guys?
I'm beat. I can't wait to get home, take off my socks, and go to bed. It's been ages since I've been this exhausted. So you mean I gotta do this crap for a whole month? You've gotta be kidding. I can't do more than what I did today.
Sorry to say this when you're so tired, but when we get back to the agency, we'll be filming a video for social. Wow, Kana, you really are a great actress. I don't know all that much about
this now.
You've been an acting genius ever since you were a little girl, right?
That's right. It's true, Well, actually, I'm not a genius actor.
Huh?
You'll get what I mean if you see someone who's truly regarded as a genius. I'm just desperately trying to hang on. On stage, it's not all that hard to do as you please and pose as an expert. Besides, uninhibited acting is easy to understand. What's truly difficult is, in that moment, Akane Kurakawa was a different breed. And not just with her acting as Princess Saya. She was also possessed by something else. Skills I can't imitate. An enormous stage presence. And due to that, Aqua's acting reached the point of being things so nonchalantly. That's talent.
It's so frustrating! Mark my words! I'll come out on top before the run of this play is through!
I heard, you know. You reworked your directorial plan just before opening? I know you're fond of letting your cast do as they please, but you can't be causing trouble at the studio.
What else could I do? Himekawa rehearsed at the same time he was filming a movie. Sakuya fit this in between another play. And to top it off, Mita rehearsed while he had 2 ongoing TV dramas. There was never a good time to iron out the overall structure, now was there? Additionally, this time we had a lot of teenagers in the production. Completely transformed.
Are you talking about Miss Arima? I'll admit it, I didn't have high hopes for her. But the nice thing about young actors is you never know how things will turn out. Perhaps her idol work gave her a new perspective of her acting. Or maybe she just got herself a new boyfriend. I've been thinking lately, in an industry with so many cute girls, why is it that the ones who are considered exceptionally cute pop up? Why do they stand out?
Well, why is that?
Simply put, it's the persuasive power behind their looks. Girls who win some kind of an award or are members of famous idol groups appear to be cuter than they really are, right? Well, possessing the persuasiveness to make people believe the lie of, I'm exceptionally cute, is the same kind of thing. I call that having... If Kana Arima truly is the real deal...
Cut it out with that creepy laugh.
Oh, come on. I was thinking of something amusing. What about you? Which kid do you consider the most promising?
For better or worse, Akane had already been polished and delivered an interesting performance. This might just be a catalyst for her growth. Besides her, I'm personally intrigued by...
Mr. Raida, the publishing company guys are calling for you.
Have them wait a little bit longer.
Huh?
Take a look. This is my favorite moment of all. Watching each of the viewers leave the theater with pleased looks.
And thus, the curtain falls on the play for now. However, on the stage of the next story, the curtain is already starting to rise.
I mean, it's just...
No, left. That'll do. Okay. Alrighty, today was another good one. Well, should we go out for drinks?
What? Tonight, too?
Theater people love to go drinking.
I'll handle finding us a place. I've jotted down several restaurants close to the theater. They take last-minute reservations.
Thank you, Akane.
Strangely enough, a good portion of the mild-mannered types join in.
Himekawa, you coming?
Yeah, I guess I will. You want to join in for once, Pops?
You'd be too guarded with me there. You kids go have some fun.
You wouldn't be a bother at all. You should join us.
I suppose I'll go then.
Doisy, what are you gonna do, Aqua? I think I'm gonna head home
going.
I'll join! I love parties! Which is why I believe actors should also be creators in their own right. It's not just about acting in a way that avoids mistakes. Actors have to contribute to heightening the drama.
But isn't that the job of the director?
Well, that's true, but if your performance is trash, they'll tell you.
Kana, we need challenging performances.
Here, you have some too, Aqua.
Oh, thank you. Look who's enjoying herself after all. Toshiro Kindaichi. He's theater company La La La's leader and director, and he's been with them for a long time.
It must have been there that I fell in love.
Mind if I sit next to you?
Aqua.
Thank you, sir. I was wondering, how long have you been with La La La?
Since the beginning. La 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 got its start when a bunch of people who originally performed at a theater academy formed their own drama club. I happen to be one of the founding members.
Is there a big difference between theater academy plays and drama clubs?
Well, it depends on the school. At academies, the instructors take the lead. With drama clubs, the members themselves recruit alumni and outside instructors. La 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 was founded by self-indulgent folks who wanted to do their own thing. It was tough getting members in the beginning, but we used people we got through our workshops and put on a number of performances. Well, I suppose that was a mistake. Never again.
A mistake?
Don't pry.
Please tell me.
Not happening. It's not the story for young ears.
Leave it to me. I'm interested in the man's blunder, too. Hey, Kindaichi. Let's head to a new spot. I know a good place.
Kanpai!
Nice, enjoy!
Make sure his glass stays filled up.
You got it.
Guys will down any drink a cute girl pours for them. After he's wasted, we'll get him to talk about his embarrassing past.
That's a dirty trick.
Mr. Kindaichi, Runa's an actress. Cast her in something.
Please do.
If a window opened.
That's great.
What kind of establishment?
Looks. Those types work here, unbeknownst to their agencies.
Well, that's just...
Hi there. Having a good time?
It's members only, so there's little risk of getting caught. There's a lot of these places, actually.
It sounds like you're a pretty regular customer.
Well, yeah. I'm a sucker for cute girls, after all. Besides, tight-lipped colleagues are the only people we can hang out with. And romances with co-stars are often trouble. So for casual fun, places like this are perfect.
I'll take an orange juice, please.
Okay.
Hey! I don't see you drinking, Himekawa.
Damn, you got me.
You ungrateful little brat. How could you forget you owe me for bringing you up like one of my own? Now drink!
Okay.
Come on.
Down.
Drink,
What's the relationship between you two?
As a kid, I lived in a children's home.
A children's home?
Flawed people are good people. They absorb techniques to fill what they're lacking in life. That's how it was with Himekawa.
You make me sound pathetic.
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? Aqua, the same goes for you. Your acting is similar. It's the technique of someone who's imperfect. Someone who isn't decent. One who pretends to be an upstanding citizen. It's of a person who's observed their surroundings and tried to adapt to the world because they were always different.
Indeed. That might be the case.
Aqua, I thought your acting was dull at first. But I could see true emotion in your performance in the last scene. It was the real deal. Very intriguing. Well, I guess my guidance was pretty good. Brad here, and made him a star, and yet he refuses to drink with me. Drink.
Crap, we got him too drunk.
Drink
Let's
up.
lay down on the sofa, Pops.
I raised you.
Sorry. I'll eventually get that old story out of him.
Don't worry about it. I actually wanted to talk to you about something. I was waiting for the right opportunity. Here.
Aqua, what's this? DNA test report?
Himekawa. You and I share the...
Aww.
Himekawa. You and I share the same father. So would you mind telling me about your dad?
Half-siblings? Well, I suppose that's possible. This isn't a good place to talk about it, though. Plus, I want to get him to bed. Let's head to a new spot.
Where should we go?
My place, okay? Much about me? Who's your mother?
I can't tell you that.
An entertainer, I understand. Same as me. Have you heard of Airi Himekawa?
I have. She was the lead in a morning drama series. It's a pretty old show, though.
Here it is. This happened when I was 5 or so. That's my mom. She died in a lover's suicide with her husband. Seijiro Urehara, your father. He was a struggling actor.
Double suicide? You mean he's already dead?
How old are you again? 17 years old, right? Our father was already married before you were born. He was trying to mask his complex about being an untalented hack by sleeping with talented women. No one knows the real reason why he took part in a double suicide. But I can venture a guess. Even as a child, I also hated our father.
So, that's why your stage name is your mother's family name?
Yeah. My real name is Taiki Urehara. Being a womanizer must run in the family. Seeing you seduce both Kana and Akane makes me despair.
I'm doing no such thing.
Yes, you are. Hurry up and make up your mind. It'll be too late after you're in a lover's suicide, too.
That's not funny.
Anything else you want to ask? I'm willing to answer any questions.
No. There isn't.
Even if we're only half-siblings, I suddenly find myself with a blood relative. And plus, you're an actor like me. It's funny. But don't start calling me Big Bro, alright?
I would never.
What the heck, Aqua? You stayed out the entire night! Are you a delinquent now?
What's with you?
Nothing. I was just hanging out at Himekawa's place. I didn't get into any trouble.
Oh, the guy who plays Blade. I guess I can be fine with you having a little male bonding time.
I'll introduce you to him one of these days.
Huh? But why? What for? Ugh, you're such a weirdo.
Our father died a long time ago. So what do I do now? What of me? My revenge. Hello?
Where the hell did you disappear to during the cast party? Akane vanished too. Don't tell me you two...
Nothing like that. I went to another place with the director and Himekawa.
Oh, okay then. Well, geez, you really should tell people where you're going, idiot. Good night, big dummy.
Did you make it home safely? Minors absolutely can't drink, okay? Don't drink even if adults ask you to, got it?
Is it all right? Is it okay now? For me to be free and live happily.
Hey, do you want some breakfast, Aqua? I'm making sunny side up eggs.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, we're about to reach 20,000 subscribers online.
Oh, I see. That's all we got so far?
We still need to work a lot harder. 1 million subs is still a long way off.
Right after using every trick in the book to grow our channel!
But I mean, that doesn't really seem like a lot of people.
Don't you get how amazing 20,000 subs is? Listen up, there's over 300,000 channels, and that doesn't include outside of Japan. Among them, 75% have less than 1,000 subs and zero earnings. It's a corrupt society that puts even the Middle Ages to shame, where the top monopolizes all of the wealth. Meanwhile, we're making progress into the top 10%. That's impressive. Don't talk about having 1 million subs when you don't know how this works. Damn kids! That's a massive hurdle cleared by only 0.1% of channels. It's a peak that has reached atop countless corpses.
Still, this month's earnings are slightly over 100,000. And dividing the rest between members, it's just pocket money. Wouldn't it be better to just get part-time jobs?
Well, yes, that's the current situation. This is probably how it's gonna be until we make it big. For now, Bikomachi Channel's financial situation isn't great. We've got to use all the measures available to us. And so, today we'll be filming our first room tour video.
Room tour video? I've heard of those things. You show off your own room to viewers.
There's lots of them around.
I could never. Who on earth enjoys publicly exposing their room like that? Even if you're out of content, it's over once you start selling off your private life.
Please, let's do it.
If we shoot a room tour video, the things we show can be claimed as expenses.
When do we start? All right, this is a Chloe handbag with stream video games. But I haven't used this water-cooled gaming PC yet. It was about 300,000 yen. And this is a Herman Miller Aero chair.
You sure are buying some expensive stuff there.
I'm using my own money, so what's the issue? To be a first-class entertainer, you need to surround yourself with first-class goods. In this world, your popularity will plummet if you're thought of as cheap.
She seems to demand a surprisingly expensive lifestyle.
Let's take a taxi, but definitely not a privately owned one.
Still, for someone who claims to be a struggling actress, you live in a pretty nice apartment.
Well, I've got savings, and I manage my money effectively. All entertainers should live in spots with an automatic multi-lock system. In the end, the scariest thing about this line of work is toxic fans.
Sure, if you've got the money for it.
Anyway, I learned a good tax-saving tip.
Creators often film their pricey purchases, right? They mostly make those videos in order to claim whatever they bought as a business expense.
What an unpleasant reality.
If you want to film a room tour video too, I'd be happy to help.
But I don't buy any expensive stuff like she does.
With that mentality, you'll be sorry when your income tax return comes around. You'll learn just how harsh taxes can be once you become an adult.
I'll think about it.
Hey, next, can you film around my kitchen and another room I've got?
You got it.
Should I take my posters down? Even so, right at my very core, I is always present. Is it all right for me to hide that? As an idol, the right thing to do is... I wonder what he would say. I bet he'd just blurt out something like, do whatever you want. I miss him. There are two reasons I went with Bikomachi for our group name. One is my desire to carry on the dream that Mom should have been able to realize. And the other is...
Huh? What do you mean?
Several years ago, it suddenly became impossible to get in touch with Dr. Amamiya. In other words, he went missing.
There's no way in the world he would ever overlook the name B. Komachi. Wherever he is, I know he's watching over me.
Following our room tour video, here's part 2 of my elaborate plan. We're gonna make a music video. A music video! After all, it is the easiest way to gain traction. I would like to have at least one video on the B. Komachi channel to get several million views. Then we can use that number as an example to promote ourselves everywhere. That's the ticket.
Okay, that sounds like fun. But it'll cost a ton, won't it?
Don't you worry. Someone I know can shoot it for a friend's discount. She runs a design firm in the countryside, and if we travel out, she can film there. Plus, we can go sightseeing. Yay, a road trip!
Hold on, I won't be able to go until my play wraps up. Will that work?
Of course. I'll put the schedule together with that in mind. How about we wrap filming in a day and turn it into a 2-night, 3-day trip for some R&R after Tokyo Blade?
A little R&R? Okay, so where will we be shooting it?
Let me check. Miyazaki.
Huh? That's pretty far away.
It's a really nice place. But I'm still just getting started. Part 3 of my promotion plan. We record our first original song. Up until now, we've gotten by with the old hits, but they've been around for over a decade. With that said, President, what's the status of the song you put in an order for?
Yeah, what's up? Didn't you order it a while back?
Who exactly did you ask to write the song anyway? I was keeping it a secret because I was hoping to surprise you when it was finished. For the new B. Komachi's first original song, I requested Himura, who wrote several hits, for the old B. Komachi.
What? Himura?
He's a pop star!
And a major hit maker!
The Star P. Rain songwriter! Amazing!
Oh yeah. Musicians are another group I was involved with. I'll find a way to get close to Himura and... Never mind. There's no longer any need.
What?
Good composer. Have fun with it.
You don't seem like yourself.
What do you mean?
Well, you're a lot more mellow than normal, but that's a good thing if you ask me.
I see.
I want to sing now! I'm ready to go! The thing is, when I hired him, I gave him a deadline of the end of last month, but he still hasn't delivered and I haven't heard from him.
What? He doesn't take us seriously at all, does he?
The longer one's been in the biz, the less likely they'll respect deadlines. They only make ones where there will be hell to pay if they don't.
I'm sure he must be incredibly busy, so there's no helping it. Please wait a bit longer. Don't wanna. Press him for it. You might feel that way, but you should be grateful he's writing it at all. Plus, I've already emailed him about it.
The president's under pressure. She's a softie when it comes to Ruby.
There's no need to rush.
We need to! Idols can't remain idols for very long.
If we sit around, we'll be out of time before we know it. One of these days, Kana might go back to being a full-time actress. And we only have a short while until Mimcho will... be in her 30s.
In 5 years, I still have 5 more years!
That may be true, but 5 years isn't that long.
Ruby, it might not be malicious, but quit it with the death blows.
Stop thinking of time from an adult's perspective. Right now, we are going full speed ahead. We don't have time to take it slow. Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for the call. The song for B. Komachi? I'm a bit stuck at the moment, honestly. And I would hate to write something half-hearted for their very first original song. My schedule's packed with other projects right now, so when I get a decent chunk of time, I guess I should get to it. I've made a lame tune from muscle memory.
shot syndrome.
Big shot syndrome?
When a composer is young, they can write countless songs by merely relying on impulse and passion. But over their years of work, the big shot writes hundreds of them, which probably means he's already said all he wants to say. It's different than a slump. It's a severe decline in motivation. At this point, he's run out of things he wants to write about.
I've got to get writing, but I'm not motivated. Maybe it's time to hang up my hat. But if I quit music, there's nothing else I can do.
Himura! I'm from the new Bikomachi. I'm Ruby. I've been singing before I ever joined Bikomachi. I'm so incredibly happy that I'll get to sing a song that you've made.
Just by knowing who they're creating it for. Well, here we go. Time to write a masterpiece. The Tokyo Blade stage play concluded its run. And my schedule is currently wide open. It's during these times when free periods suddenly come up that I need to make preparations for the future. But with my new information, I'm not sure what it is I should do.
You look like a zombie sitting there. Will you come to Miyazaki with us?
Oh, the place you're filming the music video?
Mm-hmm. You're free now, right? Now that Tokyo Blade has wrapped?
Well, I haven't...
Hey, right, Kana?
Miyazaki, huh? Come to think of it, I haven't been back since then. Yeah, sure. I guess I'll go. Miyazaki, huh? Yeah, sure. I guess I'll go.
This trip will be 2 nights and 3 days long, okay? Do you have everything you need? Do you need a rolling suitcase?
I don't, but I'll just use one lying around the agency.
That's not good enough! Actors often film in provincial areas. It's an essential item for entertainers. A rolling suitcase is an entertainer's best friend. It's okay. You probably don't know all the things yet. And I just so happen to be off tomorrow evening, so as a veteran of filming in regional areas, I'll pick one out for you.
Okay. Let's meet at 4 p.m. by Shinjuku Station's east exit.
Huh? Which one? Which one? What kind of outfit will he like better?
Sexy.
My curves makes for a classic and sophisticated date style.
I don't want to come off as I'm trying too hard, though.
When it comes to casual wear, it's all about a mix of sportswear with dad sneakers and a hat, capturing that airport fashion style. Should I break expectations by pulling off an effortlessly cool look? Or should I try something more typical and go for a cuter style? But even though it's something I like, don't frills only appeal to girls? Wait, it's already this late? I started getting ready 2 hours ahead of time! I better call a taxi! Where's my phone? And my wallet! Oh no, what am I gonna do? I'm late. He'll give me so much crap for this!
Why do entertainers feel they don't need to show up on time?
Thank you for waiting.
Aqua! Sorry I'm late! in terrible traffic.
Well, I've been reading my book, so it's really no problem.
Really?
I figured you'd be cold when you arrived, so I ordered a hot latte.
It's nice and warm.
So, where do they sell rolling suitcases?
I think a department store should have some choices. I've got it. After all, I made you wait.
Let me get this.
Are you sure?
It's a man's duty to pay for the dates.
Here's your change, sir. Why, thank you. Thank you for waiting. Well, it only figures. Besides, I was late. Plus, the world's all about gender equality now. That will be 1,432 yen, please.
I got this.
Okay, go ahead. Have a nice evening.
Shall we?
Wait, I'm paying! Oh my god! You've got some smooth moves, don't you?
What was that? Which one would you choose?
If it were me, I'd go with the one that holds the most. How about one of these? Pick the color you want.
I'll go with white then.
That's a good choice. White? That's the color of my glow stick! I want to ask why he chose it. I know I'm probably overthinking things, but still, I can't help but think that maybe it means something.
Your bag.
Huh?
Give it here. I'll put it on.
You don't get it, do you? Handbags are part of an outfit. Taking one from a girl means that you don't get it.
Pipe down.
He doesn't understand. He's oblivious. And yet...
Since we're done, I suppose I'll be seeing you later.
Huh? But it's already 7 o'clock. And I'm feeling a bit hungry.
That's a good point. Meat sound okay?
I love meat! It's hard to get into this place without a reservation. It's always really packed.
That's true.
Welcome.
Reservation for Hoshino.
Yes. For 2, correct? We've been expecting you. Made a reservation? Why'd he act like he wanted to go home when he'd made plans? What would he have done if I said I was going home? Plus, the route was perfect, and there was no need to know how hungry I was because it's an all-you-can-eat Brazilian barbecue. What's going on? You seem way too practiced at how to treat girls.
You think so?
You're doing things just like a rich 30-year-old in the industry would. I just mean, you're a lot better at escorting a lady than I thought you'd be.
Well, I was born and raised in a family that runs a talent agency.
Even so, you're very impressive for a high schooler. I bet you've been winning over lots of girls in the same manner, haven't you?
No, I haven't. For the past decade and change, anyway.
Show business has lots of age gap romances, because...
This once you have money. But, if you put together a plan to have the other person enjoy themselves, wouldn't it naturally turn out like this anyway?
He made an effort to show me a good time. If you're gonna talk like that, what are you gonna do about your relationship with Akane?
I'm thinking it's about time we had a talk.
I see.
I always felt I should never get romantically involved with someone. But now, I'm thinking that maybe it's alright. So I'm finally giving the idea some real thought.
It's fine, isn't it? The freedom to love is a basic human right.
That's quite a... I guess you're right.
The food was great. Thanks for taking me. I had a good time.
You did take me shopping after all. Well, I've called for a taxi. let's get going.
Given the mood, he might want me to spend the night! Maybe his next move is to whisk me to a hotel in the Canopy bed or something! What should I do? He just dropped me off at home. What the hell? Not that...
I'm thinking it's about time we had a talk.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
Say cheese.
Wait, say cheese? That's so old.
Kids these days don't say that.
Now, what kind of filter should I apply?
This has been bothering me for a while, but why do you put those dots on your face?
It's not cute?
I'm pretty sure all guys think it's gross.
It makes you look sensitive, jerk.
Huh. I need to consider the future of my relationship with Akane. Now that my goal of searching for my father is over, I no longer need to keep a fake girlfriend. I don't need to tie her down with my egotistical thinking of using this girl's cleverness. But still... No, she deserves more. I can't keep a young girl with a bright future like hers to myself forever.
You're so lucky that you get to take a trip to Miyazaki.
You don't travel much, do you?
Not really within Japan. But my family usually vacations overseas during the New Year holiday trips because of my acting career. So I would have to stay home while the kids my age went on group trips together. Oh well.
Then, why not come along?
Could I?
Sure. Besides, it's partly meant to be some R&R after Tokyo Blade. Plus, I've been thinking it's time that we talk about the future of our relationship.
Talk about our future? It sounds like you've been planning to break up with me. You don't really have a way with words. I can tell what you're hinting towards. Listen, I can't stand the thought of feeling so on edge like this all the way until the trip. If you want to talk about our future, So Love Now was 6 months ago? We went through a lot then, but we still had an interesting time. Whenever you and I are with each other, it feels like those good times are still continuing. It sure was fun.
Akane, it isn't good for me to keep you tied down. I'm holding you back. Because our relationship began on the show. And it's not real.
Yeah, that's true. We aren't real lovers, are we? I mean, we only kissed that one time on the show. And we've never even held hands. It's not a natural relationship, is it? Do you not need me anymore? Was I at least helpful to you? I've always known. You were only pretending to be my boyfriend because you thought you could use me in some manner. I knew from the moment I met you that you had a cunning side. And guess what? That's not the only thing I know about you. This is the spot. I know that you saved my life right here on this bridge. The reason I wasn't put off when you kissed me that day is because I knew you were a kind-hearted man. I feel, if it's with you, Aqua, I'm fine with kissing, as well as the two of us having sex.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but I deceived you.
What do you mean by that?
Listen, even if I told you, I doubt you'd understand.
See? There you go, dodging another question! Just tell me how you really feel! You think there's no point in a relationship without kissing or sex, don't you?
That's not true. That isn't how I feel.
Well, it seems like you do!
Well, I mean, I do have a sex. Of course I do. But that's not really what this is about, is it?
Is that right?
Let me ask you this time. Do you have romantic feelings toward me?
Of course I do. I do?
You don't sound very confident. See? I've never felt those feelings coming from you.
Because I'm clueless, okay? I mean, I've never been in a relationship before.
Is that right?
Yes, it is. That's why I don't know what kind of relationship this is. I feel like I skipped the training and went straight to work. But I really do want to help you, Aqua. I wasn't lying about that. You told... I'm not necessarily against breaking up. But you know, I think you need someone who can shoulder some of the burden you keep buried inside yourself.
Well, that's not an issue anymore. I was looking for the man who murdered my mother. My biological father. I figured he was in the entertainment industry, so I became an actor in order to search for him. I did DNA testing indiscriminately on nearly 100 people.
What? That must have been really expensive.
I've spent around 5 million yen. All my pay from the jobs I did for the director and TV show appearances weren't enough to cover it. So I did extra work online on the sly.
Oh, that must have been tough.
Apparently, my father was married to another woman and had an affair with my mother. But my father's no longer living. It seems it was suicide. The boring outcome is that the piece of trash man I was searching for died a long time ago. Still, there's a part of me that's somehow relieved. I have a fresh start. I can now lead my own life. It's okay for me to fall in love or to devote myself to acting. At long last, I'm free. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm sorry. It's just such a heavy topic. I'm feeling a bit tired. I'm gonna head home. Sorry. DNA, half-sibling, marriage, murder-suicide, his father. Somewhere deep within his heart, Aqua wanted this to be over. That's why he doesn't notice such an obvious probability. But if he were to realize it, he'd go back to living only for revenge.
Guess what? We're gonna go film in Miyazaki. What a blast from the past. After all, we've been in Tokyo for basically our whole lives. Also, lately Aqua has seemed a lot happier now. It's like he was freed from something that possessed him. Maybe he's finally gotten over it. I don't mean to say that he'll ever forget about the love he has for you. Surely. I'll visit again. Heading home. The crows are gone, so I'm heading
Ruby Hoshino, you've grown to be a real beauty.
I'd expect no less, since she's our...
Himura's a genius! The demo's lyrics are solid. It's commercial quality.
Just the thought of you two defiling this song with your lack of skill.
It'll be alright. We can heavily tune the original vocal recordings. And after that process, even off-key singing will be enjoyable to listen to.
You don't feel sad saying that?
Oh, so your new song's done.
Mm-hmm. The new B. Komachi's first original song. And it's an excellent one. Finding a way to make it go viral will be a good showcase for my skills.
Good to hear it turned out nicely. Well, we discussed just filming a music video for Star T, but...
Do you want to film one for this song too?
Really? Wouldn't that be impossible with our schedule?
We should be able to get through Star T with 1 day of filming in the studio. As far as storyboards, I get ideas for the kind of stuff I want to shoot when I take walks by the local river and such. Which means, if you don't mind going with the sort of video I want to make, we won't need much prep. How about it?
Well, I suppose brilliant creators for friends. I'll discuss it with our president and get back to you.
I'm tagging along.
Does anyone know why this outsider is coming with us?
Aren't you the one who suggested making an R&R trip out of it?
Yes, I did, okay?
Akane in the flesh! I watched Love Now! You're beautiful and cute!
Oh, please. I believe that you're far prettier than I am, Ruby.
Why is someone so pretty with my brother? What exactly does he have on you?
Just what kind of person does she think I am?
My brother may be unworthy, but treat him well for years to come.
No, not for that long.
If I call you my big sister? What? I've always wanted to have one. You'll be mine anyway eventually, right? You two will get married, won't you?
Well...
I don't deserve this. I was looking forward to this before she showed up. Which one should I be rooting for?
Is this? To think I find myself back in this place.
Welcome to Takachiho. I'm the video director, Anemone.
Anemone!
Memcho, hey girl.
Miyako from Strawberry Productions. We look forward to working with you.
I'm looking forward to it too. Thanks for making the time in your schedule to come out to the countryside. Interesting townscape, isn't it?
Yes.
Why'd you base your company here?
Oh, well, it was in part because I originally focused on 3D and effects. But the biggest reason is that I love nature.
I see.
This is where I was born and raised.
The air feels so fresh.
And where I died.
And with lots of large shrines around, it's kind of a power spot.
It's also famous for the goddess of performing arts being enshrined here.
Is that right?
What was her name again?
She's deified at Aratate Shrine, right?
So you know of her! She's the goddess of song and entertainment, so people in showbiz are always coming down from Tokyo to worship her. It's an auspicious place, so I have surprisingly little trouble finding business.
We should go visit. I had heard of it before, but I've never had the chance to visit myself.
But before that, we'll be filming 2 music videos, which means we've got a packed schedule to tackle. Let's get you changed on the double and head to the studio.
Have fun!
They're gonna be pretty busy. So, what do you want to do today? I hear the Amonoi Wato of Japanese mythology is nearby. That's the cave that Amaterasu cooped herself up in only to be lured out by the other gods with a party.
Oh, the gods. Huh.
Are you...
I think there are elements of truth to it.
That stuff's really intriguing, isn't it?
There's somewhere I want to go.
Okay. I'm cool with going wherever you like. Where to?
The hospital.
Huh? What's wrong? Want some medicine?
No, it's not like that. The hospital where Ruby and I were born is down here.
So, are your grandparents from around here or something? Like, did your mom go home to give birth?
Well, that's more or less right. It seems Mem didn't know this was our birthplace, though.
That's a surprise.
It surprised me, too. There's something I want to check real quick. I'll be right back. Excuse...
Dr. Amamiya, you say? We suddenly became unable to get a hold of Mr. Amamiya. I'm terribly sorry. He must have resigned.
Oh, I see. It's been many years since then. Naturally, there had been staff reshuffling, and none of the colleagues I was close to were still there.
What were you inquiring about?
Someone I know used to work here. For something. Go ahead and wait inside.
No, wait. You were little. Wandering around fields and mountains is one thing, but an animal trail like this?
Should be around here. Akane, hypothetically speaking, do you think the corpse of a pet that got lost here around 15 years ago could still be found today?
If it had been buried, it is possible to find bones. But if it was exposed, wild animals would likely have devoured and scattered the remains, so it would be tough.
Thought so.
Aqua came all the way out here looking for his old pet. He's so cute.
If the body was buried, it's not worth trying to find. Nothing good comes of opening someone's grave, I suppose.
I'm the one who said let's go wherever you want. Besides, I'm just tagging along anyway.
This is the last spot.
Where are we?
The house of someone I know. But the former residents are all deceased, and no one lives here now.
They must be someone important to you if you've come all the way out here. Who are they?
Godo Amamiya. He never had a mother. Obstetric hemorrhage. She hid her pregnancy from her parents and gave birth on her own at home. But she lost too much blood. By the time the ambulance arrived, it was too late. With the boy's father being unknown, he was placed in the care of his grandparents, but it was a strained situation. The relationship he had with his grandmother wasn't bad, but it was different with his grands of his mother's life. Even when he chose to become a doctor.
So you're going to be an obstetrician? Must be because of what happened with your mom. You truly are a sweet boy.
The truth is, he wanted to be a surgeon. He thought the doctor in his favorite book was cool. He admired him. In the end, he was a guy whose only redeeming quality was adapting his life to fit in with others. Even after becoming a doctor, he was powerless.
How does such a thing happen? Sarina could die any day now, and her parents still won't show up!
Both of them work in the city center, so they're unable to get here quickly.
Can they really call themselves parents? A mother's someone who—
That's a mere illusion. Such parents are out there. They're a dime a dozen. Sarina took a real liking to you. You should be by her side.
Doctor, please, take this. When I was well, just once, I was able to go to a big Kamachi concert. And I got this out of a capsule toy machine. Think of it as me, and cherish it.
You've got it. I'll treasure it always. You hear me?
Doctor, I love you. Even if I were to be reborn united the two of you, who in the truest sense never really had a mom, as well as a mother who gave birth to soulless children. Perhaps there is a deeper meaning to all of this.
Huh? Hello! So you're even going to be filming this kind of stuff?
Yep. With idol music videos, it's very common to shoot both a dancing portion and a dramatic segment. We'll devote most of the video to the dance footage, of course, but we need to insert some B-roll that capture the cuteness of each of you girls, okay? That goes for you too! Picture the camera as your crush and turn around. Oh, nice. Great face. There must be someone you have a crush on. What are they like? What do you like about them?
With music force of events. And then make the call on what to film when on location. Trying out someone's cuteness calls for the skills of a visual director.
Okay, good work, Kana.
They've got a pretty big staff, huh?
Sure do.
The cameraman, assistants, lighting, art and wardrobe, makeup, and so on. Including the production manager and director, you're looking at 10 or even 20 people. The project as a whole is probably costing over 5 million yen. Though you could say that idols are exploited, the aspects that cost money cost a whole lot of it. You should be grateful to our president for spending so much money on us when we're not bringing in profits.
Miyako, I love you!
But I've heard that some underground idols can get a music video filmed and made for around 500,000 yen.
I bet some do.
Filming going okay?
Ruby and Kana are mostly done filming their dramatic scenes.
All right,
and now we're gonna shoot the dancing parts.
Break, girls.
Okay.
You haven't shot yet, ma'am?
I can wait till later.
Why's that?
It's because minors are legally banned from working past 10 p.m. And I, far from being a minor, can film late into the grilling night!
Sorry for asking.
Seems you did a fair bit of sightseeing. Pretty nice costume, huh? We all discussed the design before deciding on it. It screams idol, and Ruby is obsessed with it.
It's all wrong, I'm afraid.
Oh, right. Akane as opposed to Kana's idol work. I just hope they don't fight.
Come here a second.
What is it?
Sloppily. You might want to show off with a slim waist, but tightening your belt too much causes wrinkles. You've got some dust here, too. It'll cause trouble for wardrobe, so don't walk around so much.
So is this okay?
I suppose. I'll give it a passing mark.
Nothing's more of a pain than a former fan turned hater.
What do you think? Do I look cute enough?
Well, I'd say you get a passing mark.
Just be honest and tell me I'm super cute!
Look at her. Kana really is an idol, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
So I finally figured out why her acting improved so much. She's constantly screaming, "Look at me!" I can't really say since I'm not familiar with idols. But do you think Kana will become successful in the future?
She will.
I see. Then I don't think that you should go on any more dates with her. She bragged about it every chance she got. She said that she went to a Brazilian barbecue place with you. It's not an issue now since she's not well known, but she's going to attract more attention over time. When that happens, she can't be seen dining with a guy in public. At the very least, I hope you would reserve a private room. For an idol, a single dose of criticism can be a fatal wound. Actors are a bit more lax about this stuff, so the guy who dates her should be watching out for her.
Good point. I showed a lack of awareness. That's right, it would hardly ever lead to anything good. She might be photographed by weekly magazines, or have gossip leaked by those close to her. Worst case, she could end up like I.
Okay, time for the minors to head back to the hotel. You're an adult, Mem, so you can stay behind. I mean, you're 18, right?
Yes, I am past my 18th birthday! I would love to room with my big sis Akane tonight.
Fine by me.
I'm gonna stay and watch a bit longer, so look after Ruby for me.
You got it. Aqua really cares for his sister.
Sleepover! Sleepover! Oh, a crow! Hey, cutie!
That's dangerous.
You know, the kanji for night blindness.
warn you.
Don't go! Damn it! That bird's provoking me. I'll catch the darn thing.
Why don't we just apologize to the innkeeper? We'll get lost out here.
It'll be all right. I'm somewhat familiar with this area.
Really?
Oh no! It's just I was born around here. We passed by this place in a car so many times, so...
Yeah, Aqua told me.
He did?
You were born at the hospital on the hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said he has a personal attachment to the place.
Oh, I see. That hospital's important to me as well.
Oh, I know! I'm actually quite hopeless outside of my specialty, which even made things tough on that reality dating show. On the other hand, are you interested in acting?
Oh, actually, I am a bit.
Are you really? I'd be happy to teach you if you like.
That'd be great! But I'm thinking, that's for after I give my all to being an idol.
Oh.
Someday I'll have a concert in the dome and become an idol who's a household name. And then...
You've worked hard. I've been cheering for you all this time.
Doctor... Hey, how big of an age gap would you be comfortable with in a boyfriend?
Well, a person's mental age is important, so maybe up to 10 years. But must like someone who's older than you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What are they like?
He's incredibly kind. When I was all on my own, he stayed by my side and always encouraged me. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have had such a drive for life. I never would have thought of becoming an idol. He's the one who gave me a reason to live.
I get it. It's nice to have someone you love, isn't it? A small age gap should be fine.
Yeah, right? A little gap is no issue.
You should go after him. I'll help out if you like.
I would, but I don't have any idea where he might be.
You don't know?
He suddenly vanished from his workplace and went missing. In all likelihood, he probably fled from some stooges too! No matter how many times I said, I love you, let's get married, he evaded me! Even so, I still love him.
I love you, Doctor. Marry me.
A shame, isn't it? But I might consider the thought when you get a little older.
Doctor, it's me. I'm finally 16 years old. Where are you? I want to see you again. Hey, there's a space behind this little shrine. Must have your nest back there. I've cornered you now.
What? You're going inside? Oh. There's a dead body in here. A white coat. A doctor?
No. It can't be. After all this time, he's...
A credit card was found on the body. The victim's name is Goro Amamiya.
I never imagined something like this would happen while shooting a music video. Ruby, if you're not up for it, tomorrow's shoot isn't...
all right. I can handle it.
Please get some rest, okay?
I guess Akane still hasn't made it back here.
I'm sorry.
It isn't your fault.
No, it is my fault. I'm sure you didn't want to see something so decayed and grotesque. Akane, I'm truly sorry.
There you go again. Trying to shoulder everything all by yourself. Are you to blame for everything? Is it your fault if you can't protect everyone? This isn't on you. The police officer was saying that was likely the body of a murder victim. In that case,
It's obviously the murderer who's at fault. Why must you bear the responsibility for that? That isn't right!
Maybe that has truth.
It does!
But still would be able to find that dead body. The truth is, I deliberately fed you info and was pushing you into uncovering it. I thought it would be fine if it remained undiscovered. After all, it has nothing to do with me at this point. In fact, I must have thought it would have been more convenient if it wasn't found. But sure enough, this entire time, I wanted someone to discover it. Akane, thank you for finding it for me.
I see. That man must have been your... But honestly, I really didn't do anything. I just stumbled upon it and...
That may be true, but I guided you into doing it. I've been using you this entire time. With regard... I'm sorry. I was...
I knew that. I finally understand. I feel I can put my feelings into words now. You're kind and always try to shoulder everything. So I wanted to be there for you, with that sense of guilt you carry around. But I get it. Now I can really... Listen, Aqua. Say goodbye. Don't you think that you're better off without me? I mean, isn't it painful for you? During this trip, I planned to talk things over with you. Because I thought... I didn't want things to go like this. Stop. I hadn't planned on crying. Stop the tears. On stage, I'm always... able to stop right away.
I wish you would have said this sooner. My revenge is over now, and the corpse has been found. That's why, this time, I want to protect you.
Doctor.
No, naughty girl. That there, you took it from the corpse, didn't you? You can't do something like that.
Wait, who are you?
Did you by any chance have you?
There's no way a little kid like you would get it. Just leave me alone. Look, I'm not in the mood for this.
Scary. You sure about that? I know every little thing that you want to know.
I heard what happened. It seems you had a really traumatic event last night. We'll mostly be filming outdoors today. If you don't feel well, please don't hesitate to take a break.
Ruby, she's talking to you.
Huh? Yeah. I'll be okay.
I hate outdoor locations for music videos in them. In the past, I've had to skip around on the beach in a swimsuit in winter because they wanted to shoot a summer scene. And I've had to frolic around under the blazing summer sun while wearing a coat and scarf. Wow. Performers are just manual laborers, you know?
What I want to know?
Long ago, a famous idol gave birth here in absolute secrecy. I hear the doctor who died was her attending physician.
The doctor was thought to have gone missing for quite a long time. But the very day he fell out of contact was the day the idol gave birth. The doctor disappeared on such an important day. Quite suspicious, huh? That's not the only fishy thing, though. Apparently, some shady guys were hanging around the hospital for some time. One was around college age, and the other was a middle schooler. A few years after that, I learned who one of them was. The university student who stabbed the idol eye to death at her condo. An enthusiastic fan. And a stalker.
And the other guy? You said there were two of them.
Who knows? Isn't it your job to search for the answer?
Yeah, I can totally see this girl getting supporters. Mem has a pretty face too, but she's hesitant and it feels like she's holding back, so she doesn't exhibit individuality and showiness. In contrast, Kana frantically tries to get people to see her charm. She gives the impression she's gonna do something. Whether it'll be well received or not is a gamble, though. Nothing will happen if you don't make a move. If you don't act, you'll sink into obscurity. And the Kana Arima that's doing something is cute as can be. I can understand why she's the group's center. I'm looking forward to starting the offline editing.
Ruby, you're up!
Ruby Hoshino. She has the prettiest face by far, but she's not interesting to film. She's a textbook idol through and through, or rather, it really seems like she's imitating someone.
There were two culprits. Mom had her future stolen at the young age of 20. The doctor was murdered and was all alone in that dark hole for 16 years. That guy took two people I hold dear away from me, and he's still living carefree. I won't let him get away with it. By any means necessary, I'll find him. I'll find him. Slaughter him.
We're done filming! Good work, girls! Take it easy and do some sightseeing if you'd like.
Oh, but we're catching a plane midday tomorrow.
Not much time to take it easy then, is there? For now, I want to relax in the hot spring.
You said it. So when will the music video be finished?
I'll send the first one, Star T, to you as soon as possible. There's the offline editing, which I'll piece together a rough cut and have it checked over again. Then, online editing is the next step. I'll do color correction, add CG and VFX. The second one. Is it okay if I take my time?
Sure, but why?
Oh, Memcho. You see, even commercial creators sometimes want to go back to just being artists for a while.
This trip was not at all what I was expecting. It's strange and mysterious, but it seems like a single thread might connect it all. That means we're officially dating, doesn't it? Not as cast members.
Hey there, your face is red. You better get out before you start feeling faint.
Yeah, maybe I am getting a bit dizzy. I get the feeling I was thinking about something very important, but I fell into a daze and stopped caring about anything.
Well, that's fine at a time like this. I heard, you're gonna star in a new movie, right? You've made it big.
it's not that big a deal. I mean, it won't even be showing in many theaters.
Don't speak of a film in terms of its distribution. It's still an impressive accomplishment. I really envy you. This is an important time for your career. The future of Akane could have yet you tagged along for this trip. How long are you gonna keep up this dating show act?
Our romance is no longer an act. I really have gotten dizzy. I'm gonna get out now.
Are you kidding me? Hey, Akane. Why do you think my brother became an actor? He's fixated on the industry. So I figured, of all people, you would know why.
There's someone he wants to meet in the industry. At least that's what I think, anyway. He wants to become successful so he can meet them. Probably something like that.
Who might that be? I can't think of anyone he would want to meet.
I probably shouldn't talk about this topic too much with Ruby. I want Aqua to forget about the incident. Telling her too much could stir up unnecessary trouble. It's probably some actor he's fascinated with. Aqua can be a bit of a trend chaser, that's all.
I see. You're right. Oh, the one for performing arts?
Yep, the Aratate Shrine.
Lots of the Emma here to become an actor.
They say striking the wooden board with a mallet has the same effect as offering a prayer. I wish we all become successful.
I wish that none of my entertainers cause any incidents.
I hope to become better at acting.
I wish to make it big very soon. I wish that Aqua quickly finds the guy responsible for Mom and Doctor's deaths.